courtesy of last night's win. They've got 5 points. And as we all know in the Hero Motor Corp leaderboard, the top 4 sides qualify for the playoffs. Aaron Sammy, he got lucky with the coin toss and decided to bat first. Both captains, yep. Shoaib Malik wanted to have a bat first as well. It's a used pitch. And Samuel Badry alongside, you're going to go with the Zooks. There's one change, sir.
Yeah, I think the home team, they really need to fire tonight. Again, they've won last night, back-to-back victories for them. Jama Hamilton in for Andre McCarthy, but Andre Fletcher, Hakeem Cornwall at the top, and Darren Sammy firing at the back end. The two Collings, they will be useful as well.
Duke Nennis, your favourite side.
Great to be joining you, Danny. Look at that top 4. All 4 of them striking over 150 so far. Pooran, Rutherford, powerhouse, finishing off all the innings so far.
Aussie Ben Lachlan comes into the side for Kemo Paul. Hero Plinth, Mez's Bassarath and George are standing out in the middle, and Leslie Reefer Jr. is upstairs as the TVMO. And of course, don't forget about Simon Taufel all the way from New South Wales, Australia, as our match referee. Warriors supporters are in the house. And only a couple of games left here. Wednesday and Friday here for the Zooks. Have to probably win both of them to get some momentum to get up into the playoffs. Oh, the circle of love. Samuel, you'd be just chewing everyone's ear off there and giving it to them.
Yeah, interesting to hear Pooran and giving that bit of advice just before they get onto the field. But this is the love and the camaraderie that epitomizes this Warriors team. We talked about it earlier in the pre-show. Nanas mentioned it. A lot of players all buying into the plans and the team goals for this season.
Here's the big guy. Glad to see he's out there. Raheem Cornwall. He's tough, he's big, he's strong. How do you stop this guy when he's in full flight? Hopefully the Spice Man can do it too. Fletcher.
He's faced the most balls out of this St. Lucia side. Mrs. Bouncer. Keen to watch this man biffing the ball everywhere. He's been so good across this tournament. Strike rate 220. It's unusual. You often see an opener being able to strike that consistently. Look at those numbers during this season. Nearly 220 strike rate.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if Cornwall can unleash and bat most of the Carib power play. Jonah Paul Emraj, he's going to be a little nervy, a little edgy because of these two dynamic openers, Andre Fletcher and Raheem Cornwall. Loads of experience for the Spice Man out of Grenada. That strike rate to get up a bit. It's in the 110s. Career won a 117 this season, even down on that. Much better player than that in terms of a strike rate. Time for a bit of caffeine, courtesy of Nescafe with their countdown to match 22. Getting ready to rock and roll here. Zahid says, let's play, gentlemen. Fletcher just eyeing up long on, and mid-wicket are the 2 men out on the fence. Rightio.
Excellent, boy.
Just happy to let the first one go and have a look-see. Oh, the arm ball. There's going to be a few of those for the spinners, of course, when they bowl with a new cherry.
Oh, we saw in the game when he played, he bowled Alex Hales. And just bowling almost in-swingers.
Underway straight away. Took 2 dot balls. Third one goes to the fence for 4.
And all has to do with the length that was offered here from Chandapal Hemorrhage. It was full, much fuller than the previous two deliveries, and Andre Fletcher quickly wanted that one, smashing it through the covers for the first boundary of the evening. He gets his account off and running.
One for the photographers. Oh, and again, loving this guy to pieces. Back to back for Spiceman.
Hemorrhage has really been able to get the ball swinging in. He's opened in 3 games thus far across the tournament, and he's generally bowled very straight. Too much width here this evening. The ball maybe not swinging as much as he's looking for. He's paid the price with 2 boundaries.
Yeah, he really needs to adjust his line and bowl much closer to Andre Fletcher. Perhaps finishing on that leg stump, starting middle, getting a bit of in-swing or movement into the leg stump.
Got a major piece of this one as well. A hat-trick of 4s to say good evening, Hemi Raj.
Once again, it's Win. Challenge the stumps. That's what he's there to do. He's got men on the leg side out in the deep. That's just asking for trouble out there.
Yeah, sure, Malik would be disappointed with this start from the part-time spinner. Must remember that he's only part-time.
One done, 12 for none. A lot of excitement around here for Zooks fans. Good win last night, match 21 versus the Patriots. Dominated, did well, got to 165 and defended it, won by 20 in the end. Bill Ewan, player of the match with his 3-for. Here's another wily customer with a new ball in hand. So starting with spin at both ends, if you can call it spin. A lot of arm balls. Grip the ball. Get some lovely bit of flight angles here. Coming right arm around Chris Green. Very friendly little full one for Cornwall to get off the mark.
I think Green's the type of play you need to play as a swing bowler, a slow swing bowler. He doesn't really get much turn. His danger is the bounce that he can get. He often tries to get top spin. You see when he lets go of the ball, he's almost arching back. It's as though the ball's getting top spin off the pitch. That's the way he gets his wickets.
It's normally such a master in terms of that flight, and as you say, Dirk, those angles. This one's a little shorter. He's got away with this somewhat. And just see, you can see Fletcher wanting to eke down the ground and go big straight.
Yeah, he has a very deceptive action, this Chris Green. He uses that wrist to deceive the batsman in terms of pace, so he can generate pace off the pitch more than you expect. Very high action as well, so that enables him to get that additional bounce. But he does try to turn a few balls, especially early on, to create that doubt. A good, smart approach from these two, especially with the wind factor here. We've spoken about that. We saw the effect of that last night as well. But a really good start for the St. Lucia Zooks. Andre Fletcher, very savage against Chandler Paul Hemorrhage. Hat-trick of 4s through that offside. This one, couple bounces into the boundary.
Green, a bit more air. There is that lovely bit of deception. Just holds this one back a bit.
Yeah, and he's been very effective in this tournament, Chris Green. The leading wicket taker, 10 wickets, economy of 6.98. Someone who really thinks about what he wants to do. He takes a deep breath just before at the top of his mark so that he can concentrate and have clarity in mind. A wild swing there from Andre Fletcher. Don't think you want to be taking on Chris Green against the wind so early in your innings.
Want to have a look at this one again. Now, haven't come upstairs, but again, it's that indecision from Fletcher.
This is the one that he tries to turn Chris Green. You see this, the seam rotating towards the leg stump.
Fletcher, keen. Oh, he wanted it. Cornwall wants to face some strike, I reckon. 15 without loss. Very successful franchise, the Amazon Warriors from Guyana. They've played in 4 finals, but they've been bridesmaid. Can they lift the trophy this season? Season 7 of Hero CPL. Time for more spin. No part-timer with this guy. Hugely experienced. Very tricky customer. Rakeem. He turned down the single, and can he get after Imran here? Oh, he's belted this. Opportunity gone begging early.
Imran Tahir probably wasn't expecting that from Rakeem Cornwall. A gentle chance in the end. I'm sure he'd be disappointed with that. Look at him, Imran Tahir. But he's very effective in this tournament in particular. Economy of 5, already picking up 6 wickets. Very reliable customer. You know exactly what you're going to get from Imran Tahir.
I want to ask you, Sammy, you just said there, coming back at him, surely spinners, you expect it. You want caught and bowled. It's a wonderful dismissal, deceiving a batter in flight. Certainly not with that one. It's a full P. Plugs a little. Only 1 run, but yeah, that caught and bowled. Don't want to let Cornwall have a little escape like that.
Yeah, and something that you practice a lot, that reflects that reaction, getting these sort of dismissals. You're right, Danny, because that's what you're looking to do, deceive the batsman. We've seen quite a few bowl and quads already in this tournament. Just not able to hold on to that one. Changes bat. Rakeem Cornwall, he thinks that maybe he's not finding the middle of that one. Let's see what he does with this one.
Gone with a big heavier one. Very straight there is Chris Green. Very straight indeed. And of course, a very good mover as a boundary rider.
But I really like the way Imran Tahir goes about his business. Holds nice and full. Just like that there. Doesn't give the batsman time to get under him. Best economy rates in overs 1 to 6. Sunil Narayan, of course, at the top. But Chris Green and Imran Tahir, how good have they been for the Amazon Warriors? And it's a little doubt they're at the top of the table with those returns. 5.33 and 5.4. A lot of experience from Tahir and a lot of guile from Chris Green.
Well, for me, it's the volume of overs that he's bowled in the power play. He's bowled 12. You saw a lot of those other guys in there. They bowled 8 to 5. He bowls a lot of overs in that power play, and it's often you can see one day that you get whacked. It hasn't happened for Green.
was going to go large. It was the last one of the third. We've had 6 singles there, 21 for none.
Yeah, this is the last ball of that over Googly. Andre Fletcher certainly didn't pick that one, getting the inside half of the bat, trickling away to mid-wicket, but such a clever bowler. He knows that the last ball of the over, the batsman will want to go after him, so just changing it up a bit so that they're not expecting that delivery.
Yeah, DJ doing his thing as ever. More of green. And there, visualising. Here's that caught and bowled Sammy.
Yeah, just hitting the thumb, the right thumb, the bowling hand. Always a bit uncomfortable when you get hit in that area. But he is an experienced campaigner. He's a wily old fox. That's not going to stop him. But Chris Green, just look at him trying to turn some, just trying to push through some. Nice tight line with a good field place as well. This time they're able to scamper through for a single. Rakeem Cornwall. Most wickets. Look at that. Chris Green at the top there. Does his job so efficiently and effectively. Bowls in the power play. He also bowls in the back end of the innings for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Loves coming here to the Hero CPL. It's a captaincy experience of this fabulous franchise. The Rackmeister. Patience, big guy.
Let's suppose he did hurt his thumb. How much does that thumb influence you as a leggy?
Yeah, not too much, because it's more the second and third finger. But we really need that to balance off the grip. You really need to, in order to have balance in the ball. So it becomes important from that point of view. But from actually spinning the ball, it's not as important. But any part of your hand that's affected always makes you uncomfortable as a bowler. And this is the period here that these two batsmen need to understand what's needed.
Blood boiling. Just get a sense. A big shot is on here. He wants it. He's gone. Direct hit, I reckon. Cornwall could have kept trotting back to the dressing room for an early shower. There's our candidate. First one up for the Hero fan of the match. Skipper, pick up. Oh, yeah. And Woodwork didn't slide the blade either. Basics of the game. Big guy. Come on. Zooks need you here. Last ball of the fourth. Only 2 off.
Only one, relax.
And only a single. 3 off. 24 for none. Pondering, as coaches do, a little bit of strategy.
Come on, Amy, come on, Amy.
Spin triplets, as it were,
Something's gonna happen, it's over.
in this power play. Oh, you got to watch that googly, Mr. Fletcher.
He's such a consistent bowler, Imran Tai. He's really going to give you any width, especially in the power play with the restriction.
away. Who wants it? Oh, beautiful. Ben Lachlan, who's in the side here tonight, has taken a Republic Bank Classic. A steepler.
Mentioned it.
Well taken.
Players all buying into the plan.
That one's almost come down with snow
for this season.
Great catch. There's a bit of breeze around.
And the seas out there.
Fletcher
Raheem
top
Cornwall.
edge.
He's tough, he's
These
big,
are
he's
always
strong,
tough
and you stop
because
this guy
they often
when he's in
go
full
over
flight.
above
Hopefully
the
the
lights.
Spiceman can do it too. Fletcher.
Wonderful, steady effort for Lachlan. He's taken the
man
most
is
balls out of
delighted.
this St Lucia side. Big wicker of Fletcher goes for 18, 24 for 1. This is bouncer. Keen to watch this man biffing the ball everywhere.
T20 के
so
बाद
good
टेस्ट मैच की बात
across this tournament. Strike
यहाँ
rate
session में होगा
220.
action
It's unusual.
और excitement
Often see an opener being able to strike
की लड़ाई
that
जारी
consistently.
रहेगी
Those numbers.
ICC World Test Championship में देखिए पेटीएम
220
फ्रीडम
strike
ट्रॉफी
rate.
इंडिया वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच 2 अक्टूबर
yeah.
बुधवार सुबह 8:30 बजे लाइव स्टार स्पोर्ट्स
Let's
नेटवर्क और
see
हॉटस्टार पर
if Cornwall can unleash that.
इससे टफ
Most
कुछ
of
नहीं पटना पायरेट्स
Carapau
वर्सेस दबंग दिल्ली केसी वीवो
Gonna
प्रो
ball
कबड्डी
Emraj.
today at 7 p.m.
It's,
live
gonna be
on the
a
Star
little
Sports
edgy.
Network and Hotstar.
Because of these two dynamic openers, Andre Fletcher and Raheem Cornwall. He's an experience for the Spiceman out of Grenada. South African left-hander. Strike rate to get up a bit. Join Cornwall. In the 100 lovely numbers these, but he needs a 117 this season, even down on that. For the Zooks, much better player than that. Late edition strike rate. Time for a bit of caffeine, courtesy of Nescafe with their countdown to match 22. Oh, he's got away with this. His turn just a ready to
fraction
rock and
too
roll
much.
here with the googly. Zahid says, let's play, gentlemen.
Kim Cornwall. It's fair to
Fletcher
say he
is
didn't pick
tying
that
up
at all.
Long on, and mid-wicket are the 2 men out on the fence. Rightio.
Excellent boy.
Save your energy, old boy. Let the first one go and have a look-see. Yeah. He's dicing with danger here. Up and away. He wanted to go a bit more onside.
The arm ball's going to be a few of those.
Outer edge of the
Spinners,
blade.
of course,
And
when they
came
bowl with a new
second to
cherry.
Fletcher.
Oh, we saw the game played involved Alex Hales.
Still can't. Now here's where the
following
pressure
almost in
really
swingers.
does mount. We've had underway
5
straight
balls and
away.
one of them's
Took
been a
2
wicket.
dot balls. Third one, wicket
Goes
made
to
it
the
on
fence
off. I
for
saw one
4.
last night with Hardisville
All
Ewan.
has to do with the length that was offered here from Chandapal Hemorrhage. It was
He's going to get one.
much fuller than the previous 2 deliveries,
done.
and Andrew Fletcher quickly
There's
wanted
still
that one.
24
smashing
back
it
for
through the
one.
covers for the first boundary of the evening. He gets his opponent off and running.
One for the photographers. Oh, and again. Loving this guy to pieces. Back to back for Spiceman.
Hemorrhage has really been able to get the ball swinging in. He's opened in 3 games thus far across the tournament, and he's generally bowled very straight. Too much width here this evening. The ball maybe not swinging as much as he's looking for. He's paid the price with 2 boundaries.
One down early. Fletcher. Again, got a start.
He really
Couldn't
needs
go
to
on.
adjust his line and bowl much
Cornwall
closer
is
to Andrew
struggling
Fletcher.
somewhat. And I've only got 1 over to go in the
Perhaps
Carapau play.
finishing on that leg stump, starting middle, getting a bit of in-swing or movement into the leg stump.
Hero CPL
Got a major
ratings.
piece of this one as well.
The bowlers.
A hat-trick of 4s.
Surprises.
To say good evening.
And then went to here, the top of the tree. Forward Ahmed. Wrist spinner.
Once
Lanes
again,
up
it's
there.
wind.
Spinners galore.
Challenge the stumps. That's what he's there to do. He's got men on the leg side out in the deep.
To be very careful here.
That's just
Colin
asking for
Ingram,
trouble
because
out
he
there.
is such a good runner between the sticks.
I'm
Great
sure Malik
scamper,
would be
but
disappointed with
he's
this
batting
start
with Cornwall.
from the part-time
The
spinner.
power
Must
play is
remember that
almost
he's only
over.
part-time.
Means he can't think of
1
pinching
done, 12
one
for
here.
none.
Cornwall has faced 2 overs of the 5, the start of the 6th. He's faced 2 overs, I say, of the 5. Only got half a dozen runs. Only. another deep breath, and here we go. Oh, he wants it, wants it, wants it. Rakeem, you've got to slide the blade. Got to come upstairs. Absolutely. He was guilty of this, and over a 2 ago. Crazy. A lot of excitement
He's run
around
out
here.
He better just go back to the hotel and hide.
Good win last
Bish,
night.
come on. Good to
Match
see you,
21 versus the Patriots. Dominated, did well to 165.
That is
and defended it, won by 20 in the end.
It really is embarrassing
Player of the match
for Rakeem Cornwall and for the Zooks.
There's another wily customer with a new ball
You
in
really
hand,
have
so
to
starting
slide
with
your bat
spin
in, and you have
at
to
both
run
ends.
to get down the other
You
end
can call it spin.
with more
arm balls.
intensity.
Rip the ball. Some lovely
Yeah,
bit of
Sammy,
flight
look at
angles
Sammy.
here.
Sammy's
Coming
reaction
right
says it
around
all.
Chris Green.
Nothing else need be said by us about it.
Friendly little full one.
6 to Cornwall,
Cornwall to
24
get
for
off
2.
the mark.
Green's the type of
ATM
play you
Freedom
need to
Trophy,
play
India
as a
versus
swing
South
bowler,
Africa.
a slow
First
swing
test
bowler.
match,
Doesn't
2nd
really
October,
get
Wednesday
much
at
turn.
8:30
His
a.m.
danger is
Live
the
on the
bounce
Star
that he
Sports
can get.
Network and Hotstar.
Often tries to get
This
top
broadcast is
spin.
co-presented by
You see when he lets go of the ball, he's
Byju's
almost
the learning
arching
app.
back. It's as though the
Oppo
ball's getting
Reno
top
2
spin off
series.
the pitch. That's the
Dream
way he
11.
gets his wickets.
Amazon Great Indian Festival and Kamla Pasand
Normally
Anokha
such a
Swad
master
in
in
association
terms of
with
flight and
MRF
say,
Tires,
Dirk, those
Ultratech,
angles.
India's #1 cement,
This one's a little short.
Royal Stag Mega Music CDs, and
got away with this
Asian
somewhat.
Paints Royal Health
You
Shield.
see, you can see Fletcher wanting to eke down the ground and go big straight.
Yeah, he has a very deceptive action, this Chris Green. He uses that wrist to deceive the batsman in terms of pace, so he can generate pace off the pitch.
There's no room for error
more than
for
you
Colin de
expect.
Grandhomme and
Very high action as well,
Colin
so
Ingram.
that enables him to get that additional bounce.
Two Collins must,
Does try to
they
turn a
surely
few balls,
must bat
especially
deep
when you
into
want
this
to create
innings.
that
They're
doubt.
natural stroke players. They
Smart approach
run
from
better
these two,
between the
especially
wickets.
with the wind factor here. We've spoken about that.
The Grandhomme has
saw the
been
effect
guilty
of
of
that
giving
last
his
night
wicket
as well.
away softly
But a
in
really
the
good
last
start
few
for
innings
the St. Lucia
after
Zooks.
getting
Andre Fletcher,
starts.
very savage against Chandler Paul Hemorrhage. A hat-trick of 4s through that offside. This one, couple bounces into the boundary.
Green. A bit more air. There is that lovely bit of deception. Just holds this one back a bit. Back up,
Yeah, and
please.
he's been very effective
Rakeem.
in this tournament, Chris Green. The
Look at
leading
this,
wicket
look at
taker,
this. Well,
10
Bish, you said
wickets.
enough, Sid.
coming off
Unforgivable.
6.98.
Unforgivable.
Someone who
And you're a
really thinks
professional.
about what he wants to do. He takes a deep breath just before on the top of his
Holy
mark, so that he can
guacamole.
concentrate.
That's up on the bank, folks.
Clarity in
Into the breeze. I know it's not a
Swing
big
there from Andre
breeze,
Fletcher.
but that is serious.
You want to be taking one Chris
Hero
Green
Maxim.
against the wind so early in your innings.
I want to have a look at this one again.
The Grandhomme just
Having come
sweating on
upstairs.
legs. As soon as he
Again,
saw
it's
that ball
indecision from
right
Fletcher.
where he wanted it, the Grandhomme had no hesitation to swing hard.
This is the one that
and
he tries
mighty.
to turn Chris Green. You see the seam.
That was the
rotating
first run in
towards the
11
leg stump.
deliveries for the Zooks. Not too much wind on that side of the ground, so the Grandhomme cleared the boundary easily. He wants to go across
Fletcher,
him now.
keen.
Full toss.
Oh,
Should be
he
at
wanted
least a
it.
couple.
Cornwall wants to
Something
face
that
some
was
strike, I
missing in the
reckon.
opening partnership, getting the twos. 32 for 2, end
15
of the current
without
power
loss.
play.
Very successful franchise. The Amazon Warriors from Guyana played in 4 finals, but they've been bridesmaid. Can they lift the trophy this season? Season 7 of Hero
The
CPL.
expectation after
Time for
the
more
win
spin.
last night for the Zooks was palpable.
part-time
There
with
were
this
young people in the grass banks at
Hugely
the end of the game
experienced.
doing somersaults. They
Very
were
tricky
rolling
customer.
down the sides of the grass bank. They were so overjoyed with that win.
Can he get
for
after
the local franchise?
Imran here?
The challenge for the Zouks is backing it up after such emotion.
Opportunity gone begging early.
Cartwheels and somersaults and jumping and cheering.
Probably wasn't expecting that.
Excellent to see now
from
Raheem Smith of Jamaica, former
gentle
under-19 World Cup winner with the West Indies in Bangladesh in 2016.
But he's very effective in this tournament in particular.
He hasn't really
Economy of 5, already picking up 6 wickets.
We saw him a couple of years ago.
Reliable customer. You know exactly what you're going to get from him.
Crows and Dream 11.
You, Sammy, you just said
Make
there,
your own team. Log on to dream11.com or download the app. What can O'Dane offer?
It's a wonderful dismissal. Deceiving a batter in flight.
Into the gap. Should be at least another couple.
Certainly not with that one. It's a full P. Plugs a little. Only 1 run, but yeah, that caught and bowled. Don't want to let Cornwall forward to this. Spin, little escape so like dominant in the power play.
Yeah, no,
it's finished now.
Practice a lot.
So we've got pace on the ball.
Reflects that reaction.
Both players
these
don't
sort of
mind
dismissals. You're right, Danny, because that's
not
what you're looking to do.
Whistling the batsman or grill.
We've seen quite a few ball and
these two
already in this tournament. Just not able to
get a start,
on to that
carry on. Desperate for it.
Changes bats.
2 new batters at the crease.
Raheem Cornwall, he thinks that
the Zouks.
Maybe he's not finding the middle of that one. Let's see what he does with this one.
Gone with a big heavier one. Very straight there.
That
is Chris Green. Very straight indeed. Of course, a very good mover as a boundary rider.
But I really like the way Imran Tahir goes about his business.
The Amazon Warriors to bowl exclusively spin in the first 6.
Just like that there. Doesn't give the
catches a cry,
time
but not far enough. Is Imran Tahir on the edge of the boundary. All the way for 6. A hero maximum to Colin Ingram.
Chris Green and Imran Tahir. How good have they been for the Amazon Warriors? And it's a little doubt.
Oh, I love it. And I love this game for this. The modern era, the 21st century. Cutting sixes for fun. Look at that. Hand speed and just leaning back and purposefully going up and over.
For me, it's the volume of overs that he's bowled in the power play. He's bowled 12.
Entertainment.
You saw a lot of those other guys in there. They bowled 8 or 5.
Smith round the wicket.
A lot of overs in that power play. And it's often you can see one day that you get whacked. It hasn't happened for Green.
Good shout of no from Colin de Grand. Who's the
going to go large?
Best. Who's the best? Bring the question on. Who's the best?
The
Republic Bank.
6 singles there. 21.
Who's the best 6-hitter in Hero CPL? Giving you one delivery, both Nanes and Morrison to think about it.
Googly. Andre Fletcher certainly didn't pick that one, getting inside half of the bat.
Down to third man, but short.
He knows that the last ball of the over, the batsman will want to go after him, so just changing it up a bit so that they're not expecting that delivery.
Had the pleasure of watching Phillips whacking the ball around. He's batted exceptionally through the tournament, but
DJ doing his
Simmons
thing.
Has gone about his work in the few games I've seen him.
More
really
of Green.
Enjoyed.
There. Visualising. Christopher Henry Gale. Caught and bowled Sammy. Just had his birthday, and the little thing of it. 40 Shades of Gale.
Bowling hand.
What a party.
Always a bit uncomfortable.
Missed it.
Get hit in that area. But he is an experienced champion, and he's a
that is such a good shot, because I didn't think that bounced as high as the Grandam expected.
Just trying to push through some.
Or maybe it was fuller than he thought.
Line with a good field place as well. This time they're able to scamper through for a single. Keep Cornwall.
One of his favourite little areas.
Most wickets.
Doesn't have to bounce much. He looks at it and he just uses those wrists. That's a flick. That's all it is.
So efficiently and effectively.
Skiddy delivery.
Bowls in the power play. He also
this is a big over.
The back end of the innings for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Now a boundary. It's 14 off, 1 to go. Loves coming here to the Hero CPL.
Good line into the over. 14 off the over. 46 for 2.
Fabulous franchise. Rackmeister, patience, big guy.
I suppose he did hurt his thumb. How much does that thumb influence you as a leggy?
Not too much, because it's more the second and third finger, but we really need that to balance off the grip. We really need to, in order to have balance in the ball, so it becomes important from that point of view, but from actually spinning the ball is not as
Last
important.
over, the most expensive
part
of the
your hand that's
contest so
affected
far.
Always makes you uncomfortable as a bowler.
Captain
This
is into the attack.
period here that these two batsmen need to understand what's needed.
Blood boiling. Just get a sense. Big shot is on.
Malik has pulled some tidy overs so far in this tournament.
He wants it, he's gone. Direct hit, I reckon. Cornwall could have kept trotting back to the dressing room for an early shower. There's our candidate. First one up for the hero fan of the
Malcolm.
match. Skipper, pick up. Oh, yeah. And Woodward didn't slide the blade either.
Well, when you think of
Basics the
journalism
game.
and broadcasting in
Big
this
guy.
part of the world, a few names come to mind. One, of course, is the late, great Tony Cozier.
Zooks
but
needs
along
you
with
here.
him, Joseph Pereira, better
Last
known
ball
to
of
the
the
world
fourth.
as Reds
Only
Pereira. Delighted
two
to have
off.
you here. Guyanese, but living now in St. Lucia in a form of the game you saw when you covered Packer, didn't you?
Yes, I think you could say this is
Only
in
a
fact
single.
spin-off of Baka.
Three
that
off,
was a revolution,
24
and
for
a
now.
lot followed, which has benefited cricket and has brought maybe more crowds to the game.
A lot of people around the world say this form of the game, the shortest form of the game, was almost meant for calypso cricket. Do you agree with that as a traditionalist?
I think this form of the game will attract people anywhere in the world. I mean, if you took it to Vienna and Strauss was playing, there would be people watching 2020.
I love how you said that, an orchestra in Vienna. But we're seeing, of course, the Guyana team. They've been the most consistent team in the history of the CPL. Do you think it's possibly their year this time? What do they have to do to win the CPL?
Well, they've got to be able to win the final if they get there. But this is the best position they have been in. They have never been in ahead of the game in front of Trinidad, for example, at this stage. So it's a question.
In this power play.
Well, it was a drop catch there, and it's gone over the boundary.
Watch that Google.
And that's Shafeen Rutherford putting that down. The captain, Shoaib Malik, won't be happy with that. So I guess, Reds, you have to say drop catches are part and parcel of the game. We've seen quite a few this tournament.
Yes, maybe that's the one and sort of a negative area in this tournament. They're talking about the lights and dark areas.
Up and away!
But,
Who wants
good catching is good catching. If you put yourself in a
beautiful
position...
Ben Lachlan, who's in the side here tonight.
Guyana surprised me with...
Has taken a Republic Bank Classic.
Including Rutherford. Starting with him.
Well taken.
Yes, there's quite a few bowlers shot the ball in.
That one's almost come down with snow.
When Rakeem Cornwall was run out, you'd be so
bit of breeze around.
And
to seize out.
He didn't
Relation to
edge. So I'm sure those are the kinds of things.
He's really strong. He's got this guy.
I wouldn't go over, but
Hopefully the
His
Spiceman
career
can
has
do
got to
it
be
too.
ingrained the fundamental. You run the
Wonderful
run
steady
hard,
effort
you
for
start
Lachlan.
putting the bat
He's
very
taken
hard.
his balls out of this Lucia side.
Would be
Big wicker at
disappointing.
Fletcher goes for 18,
overall
24 for
on
one.
CPL now and the
Keen to
future,
watch this man,
especially for West Indies.
biffing the ball
Well, I
everywhere.
think
He's
this
been
year
so
we
good.
evaluated, there were some
Lost
low
this tournament,
scores.
strike rate 220. It's unusual.
Maybe you would take it
Let's see
again.
an open the other strike rate.
Just as you said that, we're talking about low scores, but we're talking about a hero maximum on that occasion. Massive. The end of that over 61 for 2.
Oh, yeah.
Lifestyle Sports
Let's
Network
see
on Hotstar.
if Cornwall can unleash that.
Well, I just want to get your opinion. You were starting to say before you were interrupted by that massive single. What good this will do to the two-time World T20 champion.
These two
And
dynamic
you have to say the
openers.
CPL plays
Andre
a small part
Fletcher
in keeping that going.
Rakeem Cornwall. He's an experience with a Spiceman out of
in the
Grenada.
shorter format.
South African left hand, that
We
strike
will be
rate
able
get
to
up
see
at
whether we have
in the
making
lovely numbers these, but he needs a 117 this season.
It's going to be
down
a new
on
start.
for the
It wouldn't be
Zooks.
automatic
Much better player
success.
than them.
So
Later
they
this
have to
strike
maybe
rate.
reshape the team, look at the balance, see which
Time
players
for a bit
can
of
work.
caffeine.
But we aren't going
Courtesy
to
of
jump
Nescafe
in the
with
middle
their
of the pack
countdown
after one World
to
Cup.
match 22.
A lot of young players coming
he's
out
got
of West
away with
Indies
this.
cricket, the likes of
Just a
Shimon
really
Hetman,
rock and
Shikhar
roll
Dhwan, we
here
saw
with the
moments ago.
googly. Zahid says, let's play, gentlemen.
On T20 cricket, but wanting to play
Fletcher
a
didn't pick that
at all.
Do you think
Long
that's a
on,
hindrance?
and mid-wicket are the 2 men out on the fence.
Basically, it's a choice of the individual. I mean, people have to look down the road.
Save your energy, old boy. The first one, go and have a look.
With the longer format. I mean, he is now later adjusted to the actual
dicing
shorter
danger
format.
here.
Just talking about next year.
Up and away.
I'm hoping
You
when
wanted to go a bit
August
more
comes,
onside.
maybe
A few of those. Outer edge of the
ICC
play.
will give us a window
Came
so
second,
we
Jerry
wouldn't
Fletcher.
have competing tournaments going on whilst the CPL is going on, which doesn't happen to the IPL or the Big Bash.
Hales.
But there is still a unique flavour about
Still
it. They don't
can't.
call it
Here's with
the biggest
pressure.
party in
He really
sports.
does mount.
No. It has a very nice
And
start.
away straight away. Took two dot balls.
I think we can
Third
even
one.
build
Wicket
on
goes to the fence for
the
last night
cultural
with
aspect.
Hardisfield
Where's
Ewing.
the steel band
that was
tonight?
offered here
Where's
from
the steel
Chandler
bands
Hemorrhage.
have been around?
He's gonna get one.
That's a strong
The
steel
previous
band.
two
was
Well
ladies
done.
and Andrew Fletcher quickly won
It's
the
the
third one.
Olympic 24.
Smashing it through the covers.
I can
the
tell you we
first
saw some of
boundary
them
of the
playing
evening.
yesterday. We had
He
the
gets his
steel
ball
bands, we
off
had
and
the
running.
drums in there. And I think they're just taking a bit of a break, but I reckon before the night is out, Reds, you won't be disappointed. We'll hear the
On
music in the
again.
stand.
Loving this guy to pieces.
The music in the stand
Back to
is
back for
backed by
Spiceman.
a pretty good game. We had a great one last night.
Hemorrhage has really been able to get the ball swinging
good. He
in.
did well in
He's
Guyana.
been in 3
Can do
games
well on
thus
the
far
home ground.
across the tournament,
I know
and
for
he's
a fact you
generally
have to sit on
bowled
the
very
fence
straight.
As a Guyanese now living in
Too much
Signature.
width
So I won't ask you
here
for your
this
supporting,
evening. The ball
but I'm
maybe
glad
not
to
swinging
say
as
thank
much
you
as
very
he's
much for your
looking
time,
for.
Reds Pereira.
Well, happy to
Paid
know
the
you
price
now.
of 2 boundaries.
One down
to know
early.
your father.
Fletcher.
Thank you, Reds.
Again,
Thank
got to
you.
start.
Really
Couldn't
needs
go
to
on.
adjust his line and move much
Cornwall is
closer to Andrew
struggling
Fletcher.
somewhat. I've only got one over to go in the Cara power
Perhaps
play.
finishing on that leg stump, starting middle, getting a bit of in-swing or movement into the leg stump.
Hero CPL.
Got a major piece of this one as
The
well.
bowlers.
A hat-trick of fours.
Surprises.
To say good evening.
Appointment to here at the top of the tree. Forward Ahmed. Wrist spinner.
Once again, it's win.
Spinners galore.
Challenge the stumps. That's what he's there to do. He's got men on the leg side out in the deep.
Be very careful here.
Got height on it.
That's just
Got
asking
height
for
on it.
trouble out
He
there.
is such a good
Rutherford after it,
runner
and he
between the
drags it
sticks.
into the
Great
boundary.
scamper.
He
He's
dropped Colin
batting with Cornwall.
de Grandhomme a little while ago.
Cowboys
Now he gives
almost
up the
over
boundary.
time.
Not good.
Take a breather, Mr. Rutherford.
One done 12 for none. Oh, unlucky. Cornwall has faced great ground.
Two drone cam.
overs of the
Look out,
5
drone
at the
cam.
start of the 6th. He's faced 2 overs, I'd say,
a
of
little
the
bit.
5.
Only
Only got
there,
half a
you know,
dozen
he
runs.
overruns it and then yeah,
Only too much pace. Should find him. Oh well. Green with another deep breath, and here we go.
He's been admonished and drafted from the boundary to inside the circle. The
Oh, he wants
ultimate
it, wants it, wants it.
embarrassment from the captain.
Rakeem, you've got to slide the
He's now at
blade.
mid-wicket,
Got to
short
come
mid-wicket.
upstairs.
Left of the
Absolutely.
screen.
He was guilty of this, and over a 2 ago. Crazy. A lot of excitement
He's run
around
out.
here.
He better just go
Zooks
back to the
fans.
hotel
That
and
is
hide.
hit so
Good
hard.
win last
Fish,
night.
come on. Goodness
Man,
sake.
21.
Sunshine Snacks power shot,
Versus the
12 off the over, 73 for 2.
Dominated, did well to 165.
That is
And defended at 1 by 20 in the end.
It really is
Ewan,
embarrassing
Player of the match.
for Rakeem Cornwall and for the Zooks.
Here's another wily customer with a new ball
You
in
really
hand.
have
So
to
stay
slide your bat in and
spins
you have to
and
run
spin
it to get down the other
You
end
can call it spin.
with more
Arm balls.
intensity.
Rip the ball.
Two against Sammy. Look at Sammy. Sammy's reaction
Right
says
over
it all.
around Chris Green.
Nothing else need be said by us about it.
Friendly little full one.
6 to Cornwall,
Cornwall to
24
get off
for
the
2.
mark. Here's this
Range
fish.
the type of
BTM
play
Freedom
you need to
Trophy,
play.
Here's an
India
Aussie.
versus
Swing
South
bowler,
Africa.
slow swing
After
bowler.
the playing
Second
level
round
here
of
this
Wednesday,
evening.
8:30 a.m. Live
Ben
on
Lachlan.
Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Queenslander who
Tries to
plays
get
for
broadcast
the
is presented
Strikers
See when he
out of
lets go
Adelaide
of
in
the
the big
ball.
match.
He's almost
the learning
arching
app.
back as though the
Does
ball
Renault
love
2
coming here, but going to change the mind, maybe. Thought he might come
Amazon Great
on.
Indian Festival and Kamla Pasand Anokha Swap
Show
in
Malik just no, I
association
want to
with
go back to
MRF
spin.
Tires.
How's your thumb
Ultratech,
feeling to
India's
here?
#1 cement.
Ask Shove Mullish.
Royal Stag Mega
Case
Music
off,
CD.
given that
And
Smith's gone around the
Asian
clock
Paints
somewhat.
Royal Health
You
Shield.
see, he just mentioned Fletcher wanting to 26 off the ground and go big straight.
Yeah, he has a very deceptive
Well,
action.
this plethora of boundary hitting has produced 41 runs in the last 3 overs. So now, with Tahir, we know why he's back more than wickets in the green pressure. How does the two Collins, how do the two Collins approach his over? Two Collins must
Hopefully count them up. Partnership 49 off 22. Let's see what they can do against Tahir.
The win factor here, we've spoken about that.
The Grandon has been guilty of giving his wicket away softly in the
really good
last
start
few innings.
for the St.
After
Lucia
getting
You've always got
started.
to respect
Very savage.
the best bowler in the
against
side. And I
Shannon
think
Emmerich.
Imran Tahir
Hat-trick of
has
fours
shown over
through
the
that
years.
offside. This one, couple bounces into the boundary.
And he is the best bowler.
More here. Here is that lovely bit of
You need
deception.
to do when you are going well. The way this partnership now lost
Very
the off
effective in this
24
tournament.
balls.
He's been the leading wicket taker.
Well,
10
Bush, you've
wickets.
seen enough,
What they need to do is be able to stay in there. They're in there in another 5 overs time. Then we are looking at a large total.
Holy guacamole! That's up on the back, folks. Into the breeze. I know it's not a big breeze. That is serious. Yeah, clearly Maxim against the wind. 15, 16.
So early in your innings.
Maybe 17 overs. Have a look at this one again.
The Gronholm
No
is
way
sweating
about smashing
on
it. Just talk about
As soon as he saw
batting
that
it.
ball,
Indecisions.
where he wanted
Good
it.
catch too, young man. Should have gone one-handed.
No hesitation to
Would have
swing
been
hard.
catch a carrot to reach the first.
You see the seam. That was the
First run in
What's the
11
legs up?
deliveries for the Zooks. Not too much wind on that side of the ground, so the Grandon cleared the boundary easily. He wants to go across. Brilliantly taken, brilliantly taken. That's an excellent running catch. Talking about running, he's still in the Rano celebration, and that is why Imran Tahir wants to get back into the attack. Getting the twos. 32 for 2 in the
Genius miss.
pathway.
It's exactly right. Brought on to take a wicket. You just sensed that Tahir was the danger man, the one that could have broken the game for the Zooks. Checking for a no ball. Surely not from the spinner. Surely not. It's disappointment for the Zooks. Lovely running catch. The difficulty of that can't be underestimated.
Is he on the podium, Bish, with that catch? Very successful franchise. Angostura, the Amazon Warriors from Guyana. Bidders, we're going to have that drinks break, courtesy of this wicket. It's 80 for 3. Can they lift the trophy this season? Season 7 of Hero CPL.
The expectation after the win last night for the Zooks was young people in the grass bands in the brigade doing somersaults, rolling down the sides of the grass bands. They were so overjoyed with that win.
Can he get out?
Local franchise. Challenge for the Zooks is backing it up after such a
This broadcast is co-presented by
Opportunity gone big
Over
here.
Relic
Hot
2
wheels
series,
and somersaults,
Dream
and
11,
jumping and cheering.
Byju's the Learning
Probably
App,
wasn't expecting
Kamla
that.
Pasand
Excellent to
Anokha
see now
Swap,
from
and
King
Amazon
Cornwall,
Great
Jamaica,
Indian
former
Festival
gentle
in association with MRF
World
Tires,
Cup winner with the West
Ultratech,
Indies in the
India's #1 cement,
2016.
Royal Stag Mega
Very
Music
effective
CDs,
in this
and
tournament. In
Asian Paints Royal Health Shield.
already picking up 6 wickets.
We saw him
Exactly what you're going to get.
This is Naman Delhi Cases, Vivo Pro Kabaddi, today at 7 p.m.
Dream11.com. What can O'Dane offer?
Wonderful dismissal.
Vivo Pro
Receiving a
Kabaddi
batter
is
in
presented by,
flight.
To the gap should be at least
Vivo
another couple.
S1.
Certainly not with that one.
in
It's a full
association
P.
with Tata Motors, Desh Ki Truck,
Plugs a little.
Dream 11,
Only one
Honda
run, but yeah,
X-Blade,
caught
one look
bowl.
is enough, and
Don't
Raj
wanna
Nivas
let
Pan
Call
Masala.
forward of this. Spin little escape so
like that.
dominant in the power play.
Yeah, no,
It's
something
finished
that you
now.
practice a lot.
So we've got pace on the ball.
Reflex of reaction.
Both
Because
players
these sort
don't
of
mind.
dismissals, you're right, Dan. That's what you're going to do.
Whistling down the throat. Really.
seen quite a few goals already in this tournament.
Watch Sunil Chhetri in the Hero Indian Super League.
Download 20th
Carry
October
on. Live
Desperate
on the Star
for
Sports
it.
Network, Hotstar
Two
and
new
Geo
batters at the
TV.
crease.
जिंदगी हो या खेल कामयाबी के लिए लेना पड़ता है छोटी उम्र से ही बड़ा पंगा.
Let's see what he does with this one.
It's not with the big heavier ones. Very straight.
Reball that.
It's Chris Green. Very straight.
केबीडी जूनियर्स
Of course, a very good mover.
बड़ी फाइट.
It's a boundary rider.
KBD Junior City Finals. Watch every Thursday at 8:45 p.m. on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
I really like the way Imran Tahir goes about his business.
The Amazon Warriors to bowl exclusively spin for the six.
Just like that there. Doesn't give the
Catches a
batsman
cry,
time.
but not far enough. Is Imran Tahir on the edge of the boundary, all the way for six, a hero maximum to Colin Ingram.
This one! Oh, I love it. I love this game for this. The modern era, the 21st century. Cutting sixes for fun. Look at that. Hand speed, just leaning back and purposely going up and over.
The volume of overs that he bowls.
Superb. Entertainment.
You saw a lot of those other guys in there. They bowled 8 or 5.
Well, rehydrated
Smith
now
round the
Imran
wickets.
Tahir.
Overs in that power play. It's
Continues.
often you can see one day that you get whacked.
After picking up that important wicket.
Good shout of no from Colin the Grand.
Ingram, the new batsman Jamal Hamilton. For his first T20 game in 6 years.
Third, with 6 singles there, 21
Who's
this
the best
time.
six hitter in your CPL? Giving you one delivery, both Nanes
This is
and
the last
Morrison
ball
talking about it.
over Googly. Just a single. Andre Fletcher certainly didn't end that over. Inside half, successful over that 80 for
Down to
three.
third man, but short.
He knows that the last
Right,
ball of the
answers,
over, the
please.
batsman will want to go after him, so just changing it up a bit so that they're not
Commander,
expecting that delivery.
Had the pleasure of watching Phillips whacking the ball around. He's batted exceptionally through the tournament. But
DJ doing his thing.
Simmons has gone about his work in the
As
few
if.
games I've seen him.
More of Green.
Enjoyed.
Oh, yeah. Visualising. Christopher Henry Gale, bowled Sammy. Just at his birthday, and the little thing of it. 40 shades of Gale.
Bowling hand.
What a party.
Always a bit uncomfortable.
Missed it.
Get hit in that area into the attack. He is an experienced campaigner. He's a
That is
wily
such a
old
good
fox.
shot, because I didn't think that bounce as high as the Grandam
Just
expected.
trying to push through some.
Or maybe it was fuller than he
tight
thought.
line with a good field place as well. Straight. This time they're able to scamper through for a single. Excellent athlete. And there he goes, Imran Tahir.
One of his favourite little areas. Doesn't have to bounce much. He looks at it and he just uses those wrists.
This young man, Mario
That's
Shepard,
like- that's all it
so
is.
efficiently. Even
Skinny delivery,
your favourite.
This is a big over.
He's one
Wide
knock
thrown in,
innings
then
for
a
the Guyana
6.
Amazon Warriors.
Now a boundary. It's 14 off, 1 to go. Loves coming here to the Hero CPL.
Line into the over, 14 off the
So
over,
much
46
to
for
like
2.
about him.
This franchise.
He's tall, he's strong, hits the wicket hard.
Rackmeister. Patience, big guy.
Big, strong action. I suppose he did hurt his thumb. How much does that thumb influence? He does bowl hard into the pitch all the time. Doesn't try too many tricks.
Not too much, because it's more the
Seam
second and third
position.
finger. But you really need that to balance off the grip and being from.
And then he
Just gonna
pulls
seems
all the way
big
through
shot is on.
past the left side, which is nice. The only thing that I've discussed with him slightly over the years.
Said he's gone. Direct hit, I reckon. Cornwall could have kept trotting back to the dressing room for an early
The
shower.
arms going forward, and the alignment
Here's our
to the
candidate.
comes
First one up,
across his
the
chest.
Hero
Hello,
fan of the
Malcolm.
match.
Just there. I want to see the arms
Skipper,
driving
pick up.
forward and moving a bit
Yeah.
more freely.
And Woodward didn't slide the blade either.
Well, when you think of journalism and broadcasting in this part of the world, a few names come to mind. One, of course, is the late, great Tony Cozier. Along with him, Joseph Pereira, better known to the world as Red Pereira. Delighted to have you here. Guyanese, but living now in St. Lucia in a form of the game you saw when you covered Packer, didn't you?
That's a good indication of it there.
This is
only a single.
That would help him, I think, to generate
revolution.
a very important thing for me, which is pacing the run-up,
and has brought maybe more crowds to the game.
Maximizes.
A lot of people around the world say this form of the game, the shortest form of the game, was almost meant for calypso cricket. Do you agree with that as a clinician?
I think this form of the game will attract people anywhere in the world. I mean, if you took it to Vienna and Strauss was playing, that there would be people watching 2020.
I love how you said that, an orchestra in Vienna. But we're seeing, of course, the Guyana team. They've been the most consistent team in the history of the CPL. Do you think it's possibly their year this time? What do they have to do to win the CPL?
Well, they've got to be able to win the final if they get there. But this is the best position they have been in. They have never been in ahead of the game in front of Brenda, for example, at this stage. So it's a question.
In this power play.
Well, it was a drop catch there, and it's gone over the boundary. And that's Shafin Rutherford putting that down. The captain, Shoaib Malik, won't be happy with that. But I guess, Reg, you'll have to say drop catches are part and parcel of the game. We've seen quite a few this tournament.
Yes, maybe that's the one with the ball in two hands. A negative area in this tournament. They're talking about the lights and dark areas that you're running in. Good catching is good catching. If you put yourself in a position...
Ben Lachlan, who's on the side here tonight.
Guyana surprised me with
has taken a Republic Bank Classic,
including Rutherford, starting with him.
Well taken.
Yes, there's quite a few bowlers on the ball. That one's always come down with snow. When Rakeem Cornwall was run out, you'd be somewhat of breeze around the game.
And to seize out the
edge. I'm sure those are the kinds of things.
These are always tough. This guy. Obviously go over both the lines.
You've got to be ingrained the fundamental. You run the run
steady effort for Lachlan. His back man is still out of this Lucia side. Big wicker at Fletcher goes for 18.
Overall,
24 for 1.
Now and
keen to watch this man biffing the ball everywhere. He's been so good this tournament. Strike rate 220. It's unusual. Let's see. The other strike.
Just as you said that, we're talking about low score. About a hero maximum. Massive. End of that over 61 for 2.
Let's see. The Cornwall unleash
Well, I just want to get your opinion. You were starting to say before you were interrupted by that massive single. What good this will do with two-time World T20 champion, and you have to say the CPL plays a small part in keeping that going.
Rakeem Cornwall, he's an experienced one. Colin Sprice, man, out of Grenada.
In the shorter format,
South African left-handed strike
we will be able to see whether we are back.
Lovely numbers these, but in real 117 this season,
it's going to be
down on them for the Zooks.
Much
better players than later this strike
maybe reshape the team, look at the balance, see which
time for a bit of caffeine. Courtesy of Nescafe over the countdown
after one work
to match 22.
A lot of young players coming out of West Indies cricket.
Just a really centre role here with the girdling. Zahid says, let's play, gentlemen.
T20 cricket, but wanting to
play. He didn't pick that at all. And mid-wicket of the 2 men out on the bench.
The choice of the individual. I mean, people have to look down the road.
Save your energy, old boy. The first one, go and have a look here.
With the longer format. I mean, he is now later adjusted to the actual
I see the danger here.
Just talking about next year.
Up and away.
Hoping
when we go a bit more onside.
Maybe
the outer edge of the play.
Give us a window
second year
competing tournaments going on whilst the CPL is going on, which doesn't happen to the IPL or the Big Bash.
But there is still a unique flavour about it. They don't call it
with the big party. It really does mount.
No. It has a very nice vibe. I think we can even build cultural aspect. Where the steel bands where the steel bands have been around. You know, that's a strong steel band will be in Tokyo.
24.
I can tell you we saw some of them playing yesterday. We had the steel fans, we had the drums in there, and I think they're just taking a bit of a break, but I reckon before the night is out, Red, you won't be disappointed.
On again! Blowing this one to pieces!
The music in the stand is
Back for Spiceman.
pretty good game. We had a great one last night.
Emirates has really been able to get the ball swinging.
They did well in Ghana.
3 games thus far across the tournament, and he's generally bowled very straight.
As a Guyanese now living in
Too much width,
so I won't ask you
good this evening,
but
or
I'm
maybe not swinging as much as he's looking for.
Well, happy to
Paid the price.
One down early. Fletcher.
Thank you, Red.
Again, got to start. Couldn't go on. Cornwall is struggling somewhat. I've only got one over to go in the Carib power play.
You don't want to commit the same error that Raheem Cornwall means. He slides the bat in and he's there. So Raheem Cornwall
Got a major piece of this one as well. The hat-trick of fours to say good evening.
Penny.
fundamental.
Forward Ahmed.
Couldn't agree.
Once again, it's width.
Spinners galore.
Challenge the
Very
stumps.
basic and elementary.
That's what he's there to do. He's got men on the leg side out in the deep.
Always drag your back, slide your back.
Height on it.
It's just asking more trouble out there.
Such a
Rutherford after it. And he drags it into the boundary. He dropped Colin the Grandom a little while ago. Now he gives up the boundary. Not good.
At age 24, haven't done what he
Take
does
a breather,
all of
Mr.
his
Rutherford.
Why did you believe that?
No.
Unlucky. Cornwall has faced great ground.
repetition.
Overs. Look
how
out,
dry
at the start of the
How
sixth.
difficult is it?
Two overs, I say,
a little bit.
Only the overruns it, and then only
Don't
too
do
much
that in the
pace.
middle of a tournament. It is difficult to change. So it's the type of thing that when you start bowling again,
Let's take another deep breath, and here we go.
go to your
He's
first
been
net,
admonished and
that's when you
drafted
start
from the
trying
boundary to
every
inside the
year you're
circle.
actually
The
going
wants it,
ultimate
wants it, wants it.
embarrassment from the captain.
Raheem, you've got to slide the blade. Got to come upstairs. Absolutely. He was guilty of this, and over or two ago. Crazy. He's run out here. He better just go back to the hotel and hide.
So hard.
Miss, come on. Goodness sake.
Sunshine snacks, power shots, 12 off the over, 73 for 2.
Dominated, did well to 165.
That is
He defended at 1 by 20 in the end.
It really is embarrassing
Player of the match.
for Raheem Cornwall and for the Zooks.
There's another wily customer with a new ball.
You
in
really
hand.
have to
Spins,
slide your bat in and you have to
spins,
run it to get down the other
You
end
can call it spin.
with more intensity.
Rip the ball.
Sammy's reaction says it's not working again. Nothing else need be said by us about it. 6 to Cornwall,
There we are,
24
off
for 2.
the candidate for the fan of the match.
Here's this
During
one.
the time
ATM Freedom Trophy.
He's an
India
Aussie.
versus
Swing
Warrior.
Slow swing
After playing in the
Live Sports Network and
Queenslander who plays.
This
one is one, two on the wicket. In the big match.
Maximum quickly
Now
at the
this
top
is
one.
coming
Jamal
in.
Hamilton.
Change the line maybe.
Massive shot
Putting
there.
on.
Great Indian Festival. And Kamla Hassan, Anup Hassan.
Mario Shepherd is stirring just in that midriff area. Thumb feeling too short, wasn't full.
Royal Stag.
That's why you paid the price.
Given. Smith's gone around the
Asian
clock
based
somewhere.
Royal Health
You see,
Shield.
just mentioned Fletcher wanted it.
I think
26
Jamal
now,
Hamilton set himself for this length. He premeditated this length. He was into this. When I looked at it real time, it was like slow motion. His left foot was clearing before release 3 overs. So now, we know why he's to the next over end and how to interrupt the Collins approach his over. To Collins must.
Hopefully count them up. Partnership 49 off 22. Let's see what he can do against here.
When you want to showcase what he can do.
The Grandson is giving his wicket away softly in the last few innings. After getting
I've always got
his
a respect for the best bowler in the side, and I think Imran Tahir has shown over the years.
Young Shepherd, this one. Couple bounces into the boundary.
Another thing I've been impressed with Shepherd is his ability to bowl without conceding boundaries. I think that's what you need to do when you are going well. This partnership now is lost the off-switch 4 balls. Incredibly impressive, especially for someone who bowls to be able to stay in there. They're in there in another 5 overs time. Then we are looking at a large total.
Holy guacamole! That's up on the back box, into the breeze. That's not a big breeze. That is serious.
Get to see this effort from cutting the ground.
17 over. Look at this one again.
Where's the justice?
Just talk about
He saw that ball. Desperately disappointing.
Catch too, young man. Should have gone one-handed.
No hesitation to swing
catch a character.
Other times. First run is a fantastic delivery, but you don't expect it to go there.
Not too much wind on that side of the ground, so the Grandum cleared the boundary easily.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for the bowler, but certainly the St. Lucia Zooks.
Brilliantly taken, brilliantly taken. That's an excellent running catch. Talking about running, Lisa Dorado celebration, and that is why Imran Tahir is right back into the attack. Getting the twos. 32 for two end of the clear pitch.
It's exactly right. Brought on to take a wicket. You just sensed that Tahir was the danger man, the one that could have broken the game for the Zooks. Checking for a no ball. Surely not from the spinner. Surely not.
Better, especially from a batsman, a young player. Should be working really hard on his fielding.
Disappointment for the Zooks. Lovely running catch. The difficulty of that can't be underestimated.
Is he on the podium pitch with that catch? Very successful franchise. Angus Dora, the Amazon Warriors. We're going to have that drinks break, courtesy of the switcher.
He needs to kill over number 19 if he can.
The trophy
It will be a significant score.
It's season 7 of Hero CPL.
The expectation
for it to be about
teammates.
Young people on the grass stadium.
Somersaults, rolling down. All the good delivery sides of the grass
Can he get out of the difference here?
challenge for
This broadcast is co-presented by
Opportunity gone big early.
2 seasons, Dream 11,
jumping and cheering.
Bunch the learning.
Probably wasn't expecting
Kamla
that.
Pasand Anokha Swap and Amazon's Great Indian Festival in association with India's #1 cement,
Mario Shepard, a single.
Royal Stag Mega Music
At the end
Series,
of 13, 110 for 3.
Asian Paints Royal Health Sheets.
Already picking up 6 wickets.
Saw him.
Exactly what you put down by it.
This is Daman Delhi Cases, Vivo Pro Kabaddi, today at Sunny
Dream11.com. What can they offer?
Wonderful dismissal.
Vivo Pro Kabaddi is presented by
To the gap should be at least another couple.
Certainly not with that one.
in association with Tata Motors, Desh Ki Truck,
Bigger
Legs
gap
a little.
between
Dream
and
11,
bowling arm.
Honda X-Blade, one look is enough, and Raj Nivas Pan Masala.
Forward of this. Spin little escape. So dominant. Powerful. It's finished now. So we've got pace on the ball. Both players these online.
Dropping down a little bit lower at times. I'm sure he does, especially to get results. But that's really swinging. Look at the seam position. Just trying to carry on with the Yorker. Something he's really
Turn you better if it's
जिंदगी हो या खेल कामयाबी के लिए लेना पड़ता है छोटी उम्र से ही बड़ा बनना।
Let's see what he does with this one.
not with a big heavy one.
Such an important skill to have, especially in this form of the game when you're under the pump and really
straight. It's Chris Green.
Very important.
Very straight. Give it
that in your armory, of course. A very good mover. Such a young player in
boundary right.
You already have that skill.
KBD Junior City Finals. Watch every Thursday at 8:45 p.m. on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Young Mario Shepard will have lots of details about his business. His name is already being mentioned
exclusively
throughout the cricket world for his exploits in this season.
Catches a climb, but not far enough. Is Imran Tahir on the edge of the boundary, all the way for 6, and he won maximum to Colin Ingram.
This one!
And he's clean it up. I love this guy. I love this. Not so much about the 21. Just swinging across the line of sixes for fun. Missing it completely.
Hand speed, balls are leaning back and forth, but it's going up.
Looking to push things on from his end. We saw real intent in the previous over against Shepard. And all the experience of Lachlan just bowling full and straight, sensing what the batsman is trying to do. Good shout of Mo from Colin Ingram.
Ingram, the batsman Jamal Hamilton.
Hamilton goes for 9. 1-1-1 for Paul. Giving you one delivery, both Manes and the last ball.
Just a single. Andre Fletcher certainly didn't end that one getting inside half. Successful over that 80 for
down to third man, but short.
He knows that the last ball of the over, the batsman will want to go after him, so just changing it up a bit. So that they're not expecting that delivery.
Had the pleasure of watching Phillips whacking the ball around. He's batted exceptionally through the tournament.
DJ doing his thing.
Has gone about his work in the few games I've seen him.
More green.
Enjoyed.
Captain Darren Sammy walks to the crease. Stadium named after him.
Visualising. Christopher Henry goes bowled Sammy. Just at his birthday, the little thing that 40 shades of green. What a party.
Always a bit uncomfortable.
Missed it.
90 balls into the attack last night and really made an impact.
It's such a good shot because I didn't think that bounced as high as the Grandom expected. Or maybe it was full as he thought.
Good field place as well. This is the experience of Ben Logan. Tight on that leg stump. Excellent movement. I hit that hit. A little bit of reverse as well. Characteristic celebration.
Excellent delivery. He looks at it and he just uses those wrists.
This young man remarkable.
That's all it is.
Exponent of even delivery. He was a favourite.
This is a big over.
He's one
wide thrown in
for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Now a boundary. It's 14 off, 1 to go.
Over.
Loves coming here. The hero CPL.
If I can
Line
come back
into
to
the
my
over,
point
14
about
off the
Shepard,
over,
very much
46
the
for
same
2.
about he wants someone like that to be able to strong in my side. Wicket hard, the key to reverse swing is trying to get the ball.
Patience, big guy.
Strong action. If you've got someone who can bounce the ball on one side of the ball every single time they let you bowl hard into that pitch all the time. Doesn't try too many tricks. The other guys in the team will get
Not
reversed.
too much because it's more
Same position.
There's a 50 up for Colin the Grandham and
all the way
big shot in CPL. Really important knock in the context of this tournament for Colin the Grandham, keeping the hopes of the St. Lucia's roots alive.
Cornwall
As we go into business
trotting
end
back to the dressing
this
room.
tournament.
The arms going
50 or
forward.
27 balls, a healthy strike rate as well.
Candidate.
Combination effort so far, but he would want to ensure that this 50 is a big 50.
I want to see the arms
Skipper,
driving
pick out
See a
forward
big
and
50 and
more
something closer
freely.
to 75, 80.
Woodward didn't slide the play
Well,
either. Basic speed.
Broadcasting
Big
this
guy.
part of the world, a few
61,
names
70
come to mind. One, of course, is the late, great Tony Cozier.
Zeus
Along
needs you
with
here.
him, Joseph Pereira,
That's
back
one of the
bowler.
balls.
West Pereira, delighted to have you here. Guyanese, but living now in St. Lucia in a form of the game you saw when you covered back.
That's a good indication of it.
This is
Only a
a
single.
spin-off.
That would help him, I think, to
Three
generate
off.
My team bowling 10 to 11 over so that straight away the ball
maybe more
is
feedback to your ball speed
to the game.
maximizes.
A lot of people around the world say this form of the game, the shortest form of the game, is almost meant for collective cricket. Do you agree with that?
I think this form of the game will attract people anywhere in the world. Meaning if you took it to Vienna and Strauss was playing, that there would be people watching 2020.
I love how you said that an orchestra in Vienna. But we're seeing, of course, the Guyana team. They've been the most consistent team in the history of the CPL. Do you think it's possibly their year this time? What do they have to do to win the CPL?
Well, they've got to be able to win the final if they get there.
Have a
But this is
strategy.
the best position they have been in. They have never been in ahead of the game in front of Brenda, for example, at this stage. So it's a question.
In this power.
Well, it was a drop catch there, and it's gone over the boundary. And Shafin Rutherford putting that down. The captain, Sohail Malik, won't be happy with that. So I guess that you have to say drop catches are part and parcel of the game. We've seen quite a few this tournament.
Yeah, maybe that's the one it's a negative area in this tournament. They're talking about the likes of dark areas.
Very severe on the leg side.
Beautiful Ben Lachlan, who's on the side here tonight.
Guyana surprised me with
He's taken a Republic Bank Classic. Well taken.
Quite a few bowlers on the bench. Come down with snow. rocking forward catch. You'd be
a bit of breeze around.
And the season out to him. Racing to the edge. Tapping to the genius from this guy. He's going over Barkley, the spice man.
You do it and grin upon the mental. You run the run.
Steady effort for Lachlan. Quicker Fletcher goes for 18. Overall, there's no one. Keen to watch this man. He's hitting the ball everywhere. He's been so good. This tournament together. It's unusual. But it's like the outspin explosive is really six for me. That's one of the reasons what we saw last night with the ball swinging. So you watched last night. You're the only
you were starting to see interrupted by that massive two-time World T20 champion, and we have to say the CPL plays a small part in keeping that direction.
He's an experienced spice man out of Grenada. Lovely numbers these, but he realised 117 this season. Down on for the Zooks. The later this strike
play this as he takes back for two, because
time for a bit of Justin. Courtesy of Niska over the
tries to get himself set
to match 22. He's got away with this. His turn. Just a fraction to go here with the girdle. It says that's play, gentlemen.
Keep going. He's been
Mid-wicket of the 2 minutes on the other side.
The individual, I mean,
Save your energy, old boy. This one, go and have a look here.
This is a magnificent shot from Colin de Grandum over extra cover.
Up and away.
Into the cross. Massive hit.
Outer edge of the play.
He's gone over the flags.
Tournaments going on. Once the CPL is going
over the Cal side.
The IPL.
Look out, security.
There is still a unique flavour about it.
Here's with the question.
Really does placement balls are replaced with a little bit quicker.
Very nice.
Drums in there, and I think they're just taking a bit of a break, but I reckon before the night is out, Rich, you won't be disappointed.
This one of pieces. Back for Spiceman.
We had a great one last night.
Has really been able to get the ball swinging. As well as three games thus far across the tournament. And he's generally on the free strike. Too much width good here this evening, or maybe not swinging as much as he's looking for. This shot already paid the price.
One down early.
Fletcher, the challenge for the skipper.
Start couldn't go on. Cornwall is struggling somewhat. They've only got one over to go in the Carabao side.
That's what see in the dressing room in the double. He's got a left back game and he's there. So Joaquin
got a major piece of this one as well. The hat-trick of balls to say good evening.
I would have fucking slip in there. Or short like they're saying. It's not Colin
Once again, it's
big Southall, a big shot at once to the basic and elementary.
What he's there to do, he's got man on the leg side out in the deep.
Drag your back, height on it. One ball left, you got trouble out there.
Such a
run back, just to see it into the boundary. Drop ball in setting it from the ground a little while until now he gets on the boundary. Not good.
Age 24, haven't done what he
Take a breather, Mr. Rutherford.
Why did you call it that?
No.
Cornwall space. Great ground.
Drag cam. Look out, drag cam.
Start of the sixth. 2 overs, I say, a little bit.
Only the
overruns it, then
Only don't do that in the middle of a time. So it's the type of thing that when you start bowling, you can
another deep breath, and here we go.
go to your first
admonished and drafted from the boundary to the inside the circle.
Wants it.
King, you've got to slide the blade. You've got to come upstairs. Absolutely. He was guilty of this.
and over or two ago. Crazy. He's run out here. He better just go back to the hotel and hide.
So hard.
Come on. Goodness
sake. Snacks, power shots, 12 off the over, 73 for 2.
Dominated, did well. 165. Defended all by 20 in the end.
It really is embarrassing.
Player of the match.
For Raheem Cornwall and for the Zooks.
There's another wily
Smith.
with a new ball.
You really have to slide your back in and you have to run to get down the other end with more intensity.
Rip the ball.
Nothing else needs to be said by us about it.
Playing his natural game. Here's this reach. Here's an idea for the Queensland this one is
Mario Shepherd is erring just in that midriff area. Done for the short, wasn't full. That's why he's not surprised.
Smith's gone around the clock somewhere. He just mentioned Fletcher.
I think Mark set himself for this lane. He premeditated this lane. He was into this. When I looked at it real time, it was like slow motion. His left foot was clearing before he leaps three over. So now we know why he's approach Hizzle to Collins must.
Hopefully count them up. Partnership 49 on 22. Let's see what they can do against here.
The grandson is giving his very softly last few innings after getting
respect from Mario, the best bowler in the side.
Good shot there. From the ground, just piercing the gum through that offside, picking up another important boundary for the Zooks.
Another thing I've been impressed with Shepherd is his
glove from Kazi Cohen.
Black catch do when you are going well. This partnership now
just eases on it,
especially for someone
smart batting, using the pace.
Stay in there, very near in the next 5 overs time. Then we are looking at a large total.
Holy guacamole! That's up on the back foot, into the breeze. That's on the big breeze. That is serious. Good up there. Yeah. Good to see this effort. 17 over this one again.
Where's the judgment?
Just talk about it.
Desperately disappointing.
Catch two, young man. Should have gone one-handed.
Hesitation to swing. Other times, swing. Fantastic delivery, but you don't expect it to go there.
Not too much wind on that side of the ground, so the Grandon cleared the boundary easily.
A bit unfortunate there for the bowler, but certainly the solution.
Brilliantly taken. That's an excellent running catch. Talking about running, Lisa Colorado celebration. That is why Imran Tahir is back into the attack, getting the twos. 32 for 2 in the previous match.
That's exactly right. Brought on to take a wicket. He just sensed that Tahir was the danger man, the one that could have broken the game for the Zooks.
India's #1 selector. Royal Stag
for a no ball. Surely not from the spinner.
Asian Paints
Surely not.
Better, especially from batsman and young player.
131 from 4 last 4 overs at the end.
Disappointment for the Zooks. Lovely running catch. The difficulty of that can't be underestimated.
Is he on the podium best with that catch? Very successful franchise. Angus Dora, the Amazon Warriors. 11 hitters. We're going to have that drink break, courtesy of the sponsor.
He needs to back this shot number 19 if he can. It will be a significant score.
It's season 7 here at CPL.
Spectacular.
opportunity gone big early again. Sammy there at the crease.
Excellent to see now. In association with India's number one
Mario Shepard has taken
Mega Music Scene.
110 for 3.
Royal Health.
Already picking up 6 wickets.
Saw him.
Dream11.com.
What can O'Dean offer?
Wonderful dismissal.
Vivo Pro Kabaddi is presented by
To the gap should be at least another couple.
Certainly not with that one.
in association with Tata Motors, Desh Ke Truck.
Flags a little.
To be bowling with third man up. It worked against the Grandham though.
Yeah, it's a brave delivery there from Mario Shepard. Just feel that that's the line he'll be targeting though. Don't want to get too straight to Sammy.
Brilliant. That is what he's done so well over the years. And we're talking West Indies centric. I looked at him a couple of years now and I'm thinking, if the West Indies are looking for death bowlers, guys who get those Yorkers in, which has been lacking, this guy has the potential to develop into one of them.
That is a cracker. Look at the high back lift. He knows that. And Shepard should be thinking about that, because this is how Darren Sammy goes about it. Loves a big high back lift, and a Yorker is such a great one to go to rip out a pole or two.
Short ball again. It's like a textbook with the information sharing around the Caribbean. 1-3-5 for 5. Sammy on 5 from 9, Barnwell 2 from 2. Big wicket at the Grandham was very important. He would have wanted to bat at least a couple more overs. So Dane Smith again into the attack.
Seen a clear plan to Christopher Barnwell from Mario Shepard, who knows him really well. Angles to a refreshing moment of the match. Let's see if Odin Smith continues along that line.
Very good bowling from Odin Smith. But Barnwell gave himself so much room, he would have been staying in another house. Couldn't reach it.
Nicholas Puran directing traffic in the field.
Yeah, just talking of Nicholas Puran, I've been watching him for the last few overs, and this is what he does. He's a young kid, but he's always involved in the tactics as wicketkeeper or whenever it's on the field, good slower ball. And that's why I think he is one player that the West Indies could look to develop in terms of his leadership potential. He's constantly thinking about the game. No matter why, Danny.
Saying there's that guideline again, Bish, for you. Yeah, I like him because he is in the game and it's his role. We all know that. Well, if you want to say it and use the little analogy, he's the drummer in the band. Keep watching what's going on. Keep looking for the captain. Keep looking at what the batter's doing. So change the pace. Crucial. Oh, Nicholas P. Would have been a hero there. Stumps to look at. Had a little bit extra time, in fact. Could have thrown the glove off. Big moment, maybe.
4 dot balls already in this over. Really disappointing for Darren Sammy, not getting the strike. Just needs to turn it over if he can't get the boundary.
Got a hand to it, difficult chance because it came off high on the back, so there wasn't as much power in it. The splice almost.
This with it. 4 dots. We only had a single. And this is the 18th over. Puts the heat right back on the skipper. There's the Angostura fishing moment if there ever was. Oh, get it down, yeah. Brilliant. It is sticky and hot here. For everyone, not just the players.
An excellent over from Odean Smith. 1-3-6 for 5. Odean Smith has finished his 4-over spell. Shepherd again, 3rd man up. He can go short and he can go Yorker. Both to Barnwell. Goes Yorker and goes the distance. So strong down the ground, Christopher Barnwell.
Magnificent blow here from Christopher Barnwell. Finally, he latches on to one after several attempts in the last over, just missing his length. Romario Shepherd, and straight in the arc of the big hit in Christopher Barnwell. Doesn't miss out on this occasion. A hero maximum for him.
He's gone Yorker. Does he want to change a pace? He knows that Barnwell likes it full. Does he get a tennis ball bounce at a hole in the surface? Oh, and he goes full again. Gone all the way. What a stunning strike here from Christopher P. You better believe it. Boy, holy heck. It's up on the bank again.
Pace and width on offer. Just flaying his hands. Christopher Barnwell gets the height and the distance. Back-to-back hero maximum. Disbelief from Romario Shepherd. A good result here for the Zooks. A nice little cameo.
Six more. Barnwell bursting down the Darren Sammy Stadium. They're dancing, jumping, and singing in the stands.
150 up for the home side. After all that good work in the previous over, Smith went for only a single, only 1 run. Now we've had 3 maximums in a row, given also the previous over where de Gronholm got out. Now We're in this classic penultimate over. So important, the 19th. Everyone goes on about the last one. This is so key. As with Smith's over previously, that can be counted as a winning moment. You go for 1 in the 18th. Extraordinary. 5 dots in a single. And now the pressure goes back on the Warriors. Where does he go here? Does he go right arm round? Does he change it up? Does he get it round his throat? Does he try and get it high? Hasn't got the field now. Fine legs up. Had to go there with the field set. Great comeback for the Zooks here.
Yeah, and a good comeback delivery as well from Mario Shepard, and always happens, Danny Morrison. Dirk Nallens was mentioning earlier that Mario Shepard has done such an excellent job in the CPL, not going for boundaries, especially in the back end of the innings, and all of a sudden he's pumped for 3 sixes. The commentator's curse if ever I've heard one.
Yeah, cruel game, no doubt. Key here, 2 to go.
Easy 2. Crowd are well into this as well, and this is what can happen even in a country like St. Lucia, whose cricketing history doesn't extend as far back as some of the more traditional cricketing nations. But with Sammy, Johnson Charles, Gary Matherin, in recent times there is a great love for the game. To see success, it's growing. $158 for 5.
Talk about the Burj Khalifa. It is the most expensive over the season, coughed up by the Warriors. Unlucky Shep. 22. It's allowed them to get up to the pass score pretty much. And fascinating, that last ball, great Yorker, but they managed to cross and Sammy has kept the strike. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm irritating you.
Do that for me, young man. He's sitting right next to me.
Sorry, all those English fans as well, Bish.
I just wonder, with the options chosen by Romario Shepard, we didn't see the short ball to Barnwell about shoulder high last over. He trusted his Yorker. It didn't work. That's okay. Ben Loughlin for the last over of the innings. Protection straight. And the man a deep square leg and mid-wicket. Nope. Sammy slipped, couldn't get back for 2.
Heavy into the pitch from Ben Loughlin, and Sammy just slipping there as he was about to turn. A change of bat. Why is that, Danny?
Geez, I hope it makes a difference. Well, you get those little cricks in them, don't you? Well, sometimes you've got get a heavier bat and more rubbers. Sometimes guys like big guys like Darren Sammy have 3 grips, maybe 4 grips. Caught and bowled opportunity? No, I don't think so. He's done well. I wonder if that's save 4, because it was struck rather sweetly from Barnwell.
Yes, smashed back, just sticking out that right hand. Instinctively, Ben Loughlin. I think you're right, Danny. He may have saved some runs there for his team. May have also injured himself.
Get that magic spray out. Nice and cold. Yeah, it's a thumb break, or even nearer the wrist. Right at the base of the hand there. Sportsmax fans, well, you better believe it. All around the Caribbean, you fans, download the Sportsmax app and watch the Hero CPL for free. Got to be done if it hasn't been done already.
But that happened to Riyad Emrit last night as well. He was bowling from the other end when it was struck back at him and hit him in the fingers. That hit up near the wrist. So I think after a little pause, he should be okay. If it was the fingers, then it certainly numbs it for a longer period.
Excellent knock from CDG.
Nice from Loughlin. A slow ball bouncer.
Yeah, renowned for that, Bish. Seen it a bit on the circuit. Real tennis ball off cut. Look at it, just hangs and can't get after it, can't gather on the bat swing on it, and the end nothing on it.
Just wonder if you could see that early, because he makes it up pretty early in his delivery stride. Brilliant, fantastic, outstanding. Republic Bank special from Romario Shepherd.
Talk about athleticism here from Romario Shepherd. Running backward, never easy. Darren Sammy, a slow ball. Hoiking that through the leg side. And look at this catch. Eyes on the ball. Excellent effort. Managing to hold on to it even when he fell.
Yeah, appreciation from the bowler. Wonderful catch. Skipper's got to go though. Didn't get double figures out for 9. 160 for 6.
Another one, 2 and 2 for Ben Loughlin. Brilliant bowling at the depth.
Hat-trick is on here for Ben Loughlin. So often he bowls the 20th in this form of the game. Smart bowling, great execution. He just went into the pitch fuller, quicker, skids on, and he takes the applause, and he still can jump.
Just backing up for me, the slower ball bouncer, then the quick bouncer, then full and straight to Barnwell. 160 for 7. Feel for your Javon Royal. It's a hat-trick ball, last ball of the innings. You have no other option but to swing. Two hat-tricks have come in the CPL historically. Rashid Khan and, of course, Dre Ross at the Queen's Park over last year against TKR.
Magnificent opportunity here, as you say, Bish. Oh, last pill of the innings.
Negotiates it, goes for 1, should only be 1. is only one. And what an excellent last over by Ben Loughlin. 3 of it, 2 wickets. And all the direction from Paran behind the stumps means that the Zouks finish on 161 for 7 from their 20 overs. Can the Amazon Warriors get this, or can and will the Zouks defend it?
Just high fives all around for the Amazon Warriors fielders. Appreciating the effort of the bowlers to restrict the St. Lucia Zouks to 161 in their innings, and at their turn at the crease, Shoaib Malik just appreciating the efforts of all of his bowlers. St. Lucia Zouks managing 161 for 7. Andre Fletcher getting to 18, but Colin de Grandhomme, he was exceptional tonight, 65 from 37. Christopher Barnwell with a hat-trick of 6s, 23 of 13. No one else really got going apart from Colin Ingram with 25.
Last 5 overs went for 36. 1 of them went for 22.
Yeah, amazing when you look at that, isn't it? Ruined Shepherd's figures. 1 for 51, and it was going so swimmingly. And at the end, Loughlin, he got 3 for 12. Do not forget about Tahir, 2 for 23 with 12 dots. Time to go sideline with Naomi.
Colin, the grand home of the St. Lucia Zouks. Now, you secured your first 50 of the CPL. I think those hot sulfur springs helped you out a little bit.
Those springs are pretty hot, so they made me feel sick, so I had to get out of them.
Awesome. And now you really batted through your gears. Walk me through your innings. A lot of diversity on the field tonight.
Yeah, obviously losing a few wickets up top early again put us behind a little bit, but then just had to play my game, and luckily it came off today.
Yeah, and you had several partnerships that allowed you to really get the runs on the board.
So now we've got Brandon King out there with Hemraj, I believe, been told. Yeah, Chanapal Hemorrhage. Let's see how he can go. Left-right combo. See what these two opening warriors can do. He's done it again. It's a shocker because this will run away to the boundary. Come on, youngster.
A really disappointing delivery here from the young man Royal. Way down the leg side. Jamal Hamilton had no chance of holding that back in. Starting off the innings really poorly. Coach wouldn't be pleased with that effort. Seen some good partnerships, opening partnerships from these two so far in this tournament. In the last game against the Trident, 61 between Hemorrhage and Brandon King.
This is a horror start. It really is flattening. So we've got Hamilton with the gloves on, not Andre Fletcher as well. For folks at home wondering who's under the helmet with the keeping gloves on.
It's a World Jamaica battle here between Royal and Brandon King. I can understand he wanted the ball straight at him, but clearly too much down the leg side. And there he is on target. So that's the sort of line he'll be striving for. Finally he gets it.
Hoorah. That's the first legal delivery. 7 on the board. And see what he's trying to do. He wants, yeah, sure, protection on the onside, close down the angle. Up against the right-handed King here. Hustle, hustle. They don't have to. Got 7 already, and we've only had half an over, legitimately.
Ian Bishop was mentioning in the first innings that there were only 3 half centuries for the Zooks. And for the Amazon Warriors, these 2 alone, 2 from Brandon King and 1 from Hemorrhage, 3 of their own.
Now off the willow. King to get off the mark and throws it back to Hemorrhage. A lot on his plate, Dirk Nannis, skipper, the stadium named after him.
Well, they've got bang on the par score, 162 the par score on this ground, but the average winning first innings score 180, so they're a little bit shy on that, giving away 7 extras straight away off the bat before a ball's bowled. Desperately disappointing.
Back to the left-hander, here we go, Hemorrhage is first. Slide in, yeah, well fielded. Oh, no, he's palmed it onto his mate. Thankfully, the Grom's there. Been busy. This over. So just underlines here the moisture on the playing surface here. Local time, 5 minutes to 8. So rags are out. Definitely towels on the players of the Zooks. Just want to cut it down to 1. It's the Spice Man. He's out there in the field tonight. Good hustle, but still 10 off the first one without loss. Overs. Great stuff. The Grunholm, yeah, he got pipped because he got 65. And Imran Tahir there with points. Yeah, Lachlan, just think maybe a bit of ice on that. Treatment later on. Tomorrow morning as well. Here's the rack attack, Rakeem Cornwall. Oh, it kept a little low. There was almost an opportunity there. Was that the skipper? Long Darren Sammy almost pulled out an extraordinary opportunity.
Yeah, he needed this one to stick, didn't he? Just in that left pouch. That's the sort of inspiration you need in the field, and more so from your captain leading the way. We've seen him take catches like that before as well.
Yeah, certainly have. It was travelling. They need stuff like that to come after the Zooks. Defending 161. First over's gone for 10. Reaction. Oh, it was there. It was humming. Please, Skip. Be careful, Rakeem. Don't irritate the captain after your run out. Crowd, they need something to get excited about. Need a wicket or two early here. Do the Zooks. Out or 6. Oh, gone easily for another hero maximum here tonight. We've seen a few already. Here's a cracker.
Yeah, just a push here, really, from Chandapal Hemraj. He's very prolific against spin bowling. Just showing why here, just through the line of that delivery. And all the way height as well as distance. First hero maximum of the night for the Warriors.
Good stuff from Cornwall. Comes back. Field backing up. Got to be hungry. Got to be on your game here to the fielding side. And a bounce. That's what Cornwall will be desiring. Brave enough to give it up. Just a hit more here. He did. Get away with one here.
Yeah, just a full toss there. This is a hero hunk. Danny Morrison and Dirk Nanez. I'd like to see you boys on that through the streets of St. Lucia. The title sponsor hero has been signed on again for another 3 years. And dot ball to end the second over after 218 without loss.
The Zooks out in the middle need to get their fans up and amping. Get these fans up and amping. Cheerleaders always are, but the fans in the stands need something to cheer about. Need a wicket or two, particularly in the power play. 4 overs to go in it. Here's a wicket taker. Mr. K. Williams. Heck of a dancer. Wonderful celebrator too when he does get a wicket. Zook fans edging them on. He goes full to start. Hemraj looks to be in a hurry.
Kesrick Williams, an economy of 9.6, very expensive in this year's Hero CPL, but he has 9 wickets, so always important to take wickets throughout the innings, and more so in the power play to really set back the opposition. And just like last night, they'll want to restrict the Guyana Amazon Warriors in this power play period so that Fawad Ahmed, he can come into play through the middle. Don't want to have him coming in when they're well and truly on the way, the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
Yeah, it's clean. It really is. Look how quickly that reminds me of Evan Lewis. Sweet.
Yeah, magnificent shot here from Chanderpaul Hemorrhage. Really good bat swing here. Quickly onto that short one. Just swinging through the line. Good connection. And good placement as well. And a good result in the end for the Amazon Warriors.
Well, the music's amping. So's the dancing. A little bit of whining. Bowler under pressure. A beautiful change-up, and somehow this is missed off pole.
How did this miss? Wasn't a great delivery. Full toss. You'd expect someone the quality of Hemorrhage to nail this. Was a little bit of a slower ball, maybe dipped a fraction, but don't miss straight full tosses too often and get away with it.
Yeah, you wanted to hit it. Holy smoly! Yeah, big massive again here. New balls, please.
Yeah, disbelief from Darren Sammy. Ecstasy for the Guyana Amazon Warriors fans. But look at this shot from Hemorrhage. A magnificent pickup here. Over long on. Well into the stands. He's hit that actually on the up. Against the wind, everything. And look at that. It's just gone.
Collins just said, get a taxi and fetch that. Shake of the head, but he admired it too, because you're right, Sammy B. He came down and it was going up in terms of the bounce of the delivery. He's got underneath it and just met it perfectly. He's annoyed as Hemorrhage. He was in there just to flick away. 10 off. These two, in terms of opening partnerships, they've enjoyed themselves. Before this match today, as I say, they've look at that, 3 half-century partnerships in 6 innings. Big part of why they've won 6 from 6. So Kesrick Williams, he's just having a chat with his skipper. Lewin at long on. De Gronholm at a straight mid-wicket on the fence. To reload that, of course, only 2 men outside in the first 6 overs. So desperately wants to finish this off. There's Williams. It's gone for 11.
With these 2 men out in the deep on the long on and deep mid-wicket boundaries, you cannot afford any width on the offside. Hemorrhage has hit a lot of boundaries on that offside over point, cover. Can't allow him to free his arms at all. So I understand why he's erring on the side, on the leg side. But he's going a fraction too wide and bowling that wide.
Could be a coach in T20. That's what he was looking for, Williams. 3 done, 29 for none. Very good start here from the visitors. In pursuit of 162. Zooks, well, we feel are a good 20 short in terms of posting a total, given that Darren Sammy won the toss. Here's more of Cornwall. Beautiful there. He did give that some air.
Yeah, this was a bit slower. Brandon King threw that shot too early.
Up and into the night sky and disappears up onto the bank. Yeah, it's the king man. Brandon, you beauty.
A wonderful shot here from Brandon King, continuing that good form from the last game, 51, to this game. Quickly onto that one and hitting into that bank. There he goes again, and nice use of the pace, but well fielded by Keswick.
Just want to touch on something I've been watching with Rakeem Cornwall. This is the shortest delivery stride I've ever seen. How does that affect his bowling?
Yeah, he's very unique in that sense. I'm not used to seeing any bowler, fast bowler or spin bowler, with that short of a delivery stride. He bowls really from the upper body, his shoulders and his arms come over, so he's not really using the legs to pivot and to rotate the hips. So he's not really going to extract much turn, but he gets bounced because he's a very high action. He's a tall man, so a high action, he will extract that bounce, but there you can see no real rotation of the hips because of that short delivery stride. And normally you would see that back foot kicking up a lot higher from a spin bowler, not so from Rakeem.
I'd like to see him working on his sliding of his back too, Sammy. Just quietly. It's nicely struck. Imraj is going to hold on to the strike. We've had 4, 37 without loss. Now the Warriors.
Having a time trying to get their products sold. I could do with some of those caramel popcorn.
We'll send you down there, Sammy B. Make sure you bring some back. Gorgeous family outing. Same for Imran Tahir. Eating on the go. Omar as well. Time for player of the match last night, Hardison Ewan. His little 3 for 14 there. This season, best outing. Oh, genuine edge and bounce from the big South African. Come back for 2, good running. Hole is concerned. Last night, against the Patriots. Now that is superb. It was a really good take from Barnwell. Got cheeky there, too far across. Brooks, and then kept having to hit was Rad Emmerich. Smart bowling, good changes of pace. He was key here last night. They need something else to spark things for the Zooks. Time to go downstairs to Naomi Cowan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the Guyanese fans have not held back, not one bit, including Owen, who is covered from head to toe in every single possible thing he could find at home to make sure that everyone knew he was here to support the Amazon Warriors. Owen, you've been living in St. Lucia, but as you can see, you are a Guyanese true and true.
By all means, Guyanese from birth. No matter where you're from, we could travel all over the world, but one thing, when it comes to Guyanese, we supported them to the bone.
And why do you think the Guyanese culture is so strong? Because every CPL match, no matter where it is, once the Amazon Warriors are playing, the Guyanese fans come out full force. Why are Guyanese fans so passionate?
When it comes to cricket, we're very passionate.
Why is that?
Because that's our sport. We love it to the bone.
All righty, and so William over. Okay, let's just, William, go for it. Show us how the Zooks are on fire. William is actually from a community very close to where Darren Sammy is originally from. So I know you're in good spirits tonight.
Okay, I'm in good spirits tonight, but I know we'll win tonight.
Why do you think we're going to win? Tell me about your prediction for the match.
Oh, because I know from time we make 160 something, we'll win. Just things that you, it's on the ball so that we'll win tonight.
Yeah. And your thoughts on some of our stronger players? You know, we've seen some amazing things happen tonight. You saw that we got a lot of runs on the board, and hopefully we can get some nice catches.
Oh yeah, so we got some beautiful catches because of things the game was going on, and I think...
Okay, 1 second, I'm going to interrupt you quietly. Owen would like us to know, he has his own leaderboard. All right, so Owen, walk me through.
Right, well, being from the beginning, from 2013, Guyana Amazon has been making it to the finals, semi-finals. We've been losing, but 2019 is ours. We're going to win. Wow. So that's my prediction. Guyana Amazon, 2019.
All right, let's...
We're going to beat Trinidad by, what is that? 80 runs. That's right, 80 runs. You can see right there. So Trinidad and Tobago in the finals against Guyana Amazon.
All right, so we've got some predictions here from the fans showing us that he believes the Guyana Amazon Warriors is going to defeat the Night Riders by 80 runs. That's a very specific prediction. Thanks.
47 for none after 5.
$115 needed from 90, and this is an intriguing change with forward into the attack. That's why it's an intriguing change, because the each-way spin proves too much for Brandon King and Jamal Hamilton.
Well, you called it between overs, Bish. You wanted spin introduced in the power play. Another key moment. Missed by the Zooks.
Gotta make those happen, Jamal. The expression says it all. Andre Fletcher would have been keeping in games previously. James Foster, the former keeper, will be making that note.
Oh, just on that, quite right. Ian Bishop, James Foster, a lot for Essex County Cricket for a long time. Coach and a former keeper, with that decision to have Hamilton with the gloves on. Surely he had to initiate that.
Over the top, and the 50 partnership comes up between those two explosive openers for the Amazon Warriors.
I do love a shell or two. Takes me back to Warner Park. So unique. Batsmen with speed of hand get into unique areas.
It's the fourth half-century partnership opening for the Warriors in 7 innings between these two. Up in the air, should be out, surely, taken easily by Andre Fletcher, showing Jamal Hamilton how to catch without the gloves.
Oh, spicy! Had to. Made it look easy too. As cool as you like. Tossed up. There's a little change. Going Google, it went straight on. A little bit of extra bounce maybe. And the eyes say it all. Uncle, you know it. Emiraj has gone for 33. The first one down for the Warriors at 52.
That's why I like this change. Leg spin again, and no stranger to wicket taking in the tournament. I thought he might have come on maybe an over or two earlier, forward, given the way the seamers and Cornwall were travelling. Shimron Hetmeyer at the non-striker's end. Tight, oh! I think Hamilton broke the stumps with his body. 53 for 1. And still another delivery to go.
Bish. They wanted that power play to be ended and nailed. Oh, Mr. Hamilton. Another key moment. Direct hit. Oh, I think it would have been tight. I think it would have been safe, but still, Hamilton. Yeah, he's broken it with his body and his keenness to gather the ball.
Jamar just finished keeping in the test match against India not that long ago, so he should be in good game form.
Just a top edge. Blistering stroke to finish the over. A successful one. It's 57 for 1.
Takes a good catch.
I want to talk about what was impressive about the way Andre Fletcher catches this delivery. Yes, the ball goes high into the air, into the deep, but why he made this so easy. He did all his sprinting early and was steady when the ball came to him. If you have the ability to get to the position where the ball will drop fast, you greatly increase your chances of catching the ball. Well done.
Danny Morrison saying it's a very good catch, and I think it's a very good point as well. Do the hard work early with your deep outfield catching, so that you're steady, the eyeballs, the head is steady at the critical moment as the ball arrives to you. He's a good player of slow bowling. Can he keep his head like most, I suppose most Guyanese batsmen, most. bowled so well last night against the Patriots. That's 4. Brandon King has been batting like a dream in recent matches.
Talk about hand speed, power, look at that. Reached for it. Right out of the meat. No chance at all for Ingram.
Come back to a point we discussed earlier. Another lovely shot, good use of the feet from Brandon King. It was slightly slower, and Sammy exhales because the runs are racking up.
Well, he's advanced this time. Gorgeous use of the feet. True bat swing. That's what's impressed me thus far in the tournament. Brandon King makes it look easy.
Has he taken it? Oh, he's put it down. Christopher Barnwell.
And there underlines Chris Green's catch. How wonderful it was to get rid of Ingram. That to me was crucial, and so is this, because he got there to Christopher Barnwell. He got there for 2 hands and should have held on to this one. Big, big difference. Big, big moments not taken.
Finally, the finger goes up. Shimron Hetmeyer is aghast. He cannot believe that. Umpire Basra did take an eternity to make the decision.
Furious is Hetmeyer. Might have to come and catch up with Simon Towful post-match. I wonder. Loving the hairdo as well. Let's listen. Oh, I don't know. Can't tell from there. Would like some more toys. Ain't got it. Royal and Hamilton up. They demanded it. And he's got to go here for just 5. Hetmeyer. And the Warriors now are 70 for 2.
Captain Malik has strode to the crease with an average of 75 this season. A prolific run scorer in Hero CPL's history.
Let's listen. Big noise. Big noise. Couldn't be anything else than the keeper and the bowler. Ecstatic. Totally up for it. Can't believe Hetmeyer hanging around.
There was unison in the appeal between keeper and bowler. You can't always tell with appeals. There was nothing else near it. Bat wasn't near. Pad. There was a huge noise. Sammy chases him off the pitch. Simon Toffel might have something to say about that later on.
Oh, big time. Mr. Toffel. Captain Jack Sparrow's on strike here. Where are we? In the Caribbean. Oh, we're in pirate country, and there he is, looking for Captain Jack. Don't get drowned in that barrel of El Dorado, GB. Save some for some of us. Post-match. Oh. Adam Bamani. Only a couple of litres left in the barrel tonight because of that guy.
Googles. Yeah, you could see it. You could see it.
Times it looks like he's bowling algebra. People just cannot understand what he is bowling.
Come first.
Eight overs completed, 73 for 2. Most runs in 2019 Hero CPL. Brandon King has moved into the top 5 with 220. Glenn Phillips has been batting beautifully again. Most consistent player on that Talawas team in terms of batsmanship. The one disappointment he'll have is that he hasn't kicked on to make it a 3-figure mark in some of those knocks. But Brandon King, Lendell Simmons, Evan Lewis and they're excellent players. Chris Gale's form has just tailed off a little bit. It happens quite often, in fact, in recent years in tournaments he's played. But this is a young man on the up, Brandon King. Former West Indies under 19 player. Played a couple of years at St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots prior to this season and had a really good first-class season this year, averaging 48. Out, gone. Oh. Not quite.
Well, the skipper backed himself there, Shoaib Malik. He was going to the danger end, called it through. Yeah, he would have been home. Comfortably.
Thomas Villion is back, and once again tonight he didn't bowl consecutive overs in his first spell as he did yesterday. He's got his head on, he knows what to wear in different countries. Smart kid. Arun from India.
Now once again, Lewin, as we saw last night, changes the pace, but this one he hits the deck, cross seamer, he's an extra bit of zip and bounce. Another night might go his way, and a little feather.
Feeling excellent from Andre Fletcher. He's good outside, you know. He's good, and when we look around the world, we're seeing some really good wicket keepers who are good in the outfield. You can think of Johnny Bairstow, Matthew Wade, Joss Butler. Previously, a couple of Kiwis as well, Danny.
Yeah, Vaz McCullum now coaching. He's finished his playing days. Issues with the knees, Brendan. So we have to relinquish that. Focus is outfielding.
Looks a little bit tonight, Huddersfield, as if to me he's labouring to get to the crease. Dirk, Danny, I don't know what you guys think. It doesn't look as smooth and fluent tonight.
I saw him post-match and just congratulating him back at the hotel. I just said he's feeling the advent of a cold coming on, so he was conscious of conserving. He wasn't going to stay with us and chill out at the bar there and watching a bit of cricket and sport on TV outside at our hotel. He wanted to get horizontal, get to sleep and get some Zeds in. He just looks like he's just not quite firing on all cylinders. With possibly a little bit of cold coming on.
Times that I've played on this ground, I've actually laboured with the hill. It's actually quite an uphill slope to get to the pitch. Now, I always found that I did labour on this ground in particular.
'78 for 2. Required from 66, so with 8 wickets in hand at the moment, you'd say the Amazon Warriors are out front with Puran Rutherford, Chris Green, or Dave Smith can play, he can strike the ball. So the Warriors are hunting another victory tonight, and you can buy your tickets, your CPL tickets at cplt20.com using your Visa card for additional benefits for the rest of the games coming up. Go back to Trinidad and Guyana. Still games to come in Barbados. And of course, one more game here on Friday night, this coming Friday. Keswick's back. Can he reproduce a 2-wicket over as he did last night on resumption? He had that great slower ball to Laurie Evans in a return spell. It was brilliant.
Yeah, and you can see why Darren Sammy's gone back to Williams. Simply have to get someone else out. It really has to be King. He's set beautifully. He's just been hauled back just a little bit because he was lucky with Hemorrhage going like a train. So onus now on King. 29 from 28.
Last night, Evans, an absolute keeper with that slower ball as the first ball of his second spell. And there's not too many issues with that dismissal. And in late, Barry Joseph trying to clear the pickets.
Tweak in the field, so Sammy has asked Rakeem to go more shortest extra cover. Fine leg has gone back. He's got options here as Keswick Williams up against the skipper. Lovely, really nice on the button there. Mullet quiet. 50th wicket yesterday. Fourth fastest, well done. He made a point about that in a nice little feature piece, that he was looking forward to that target of getting 50 wickets in the Hero CPL. Nice work, Kesrick W.
I don't mind this attitude from the Warriors batsmen. There is no real rush, and I think that the luxury that this side has is the big hitting that follows these two batsmen. Right now, if they keep batting till 16 overs, doesn't really matter too much about the strike rate between now and then, because they've got the massive hitting. Puran, Late and Shafane Rutherford. The only danger they can have really is to lose wickets and go 6, 7, 8 down. I don't think that's going to happen while these two bat with their mind.
And critical to that with this batting, as you just mentioned, to come, and the strike rates on show. Look at Rutherford, look at Nicholas Puran, quality players coming through the system. Chris Green can be a good finisher when he's ready. It's who bowls the next over. I think I might have seen Darren Sammy indicating to Colin de Grandhomme to roll the shoulders over. Just 3 off the over, 81 for 2 at the halfway mark, and time for the Angostura lemon, lime and bitters drink spring.
T20 के बाद है अब टेस्ट मैच की बारी। यहाँ हर सेशन में होगा एक्शन और एक्साइटमेंट।
बॉल और बल्ले की लड़ाई जारी रहेगी।
मजा तो आएगा ही।
आईसीसी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप में देखिए पेटीएम फ्रीडम ट्रॉफी इंडिया वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच 2 अक्टूबर बुधवार सुबह 8:30 बजे लाइव स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और हॉटस्टार पर।
This broadcast is co-presented by Oppo Reno 2 Series, Dream 11, Byju's The Learning App, Kamla Pasand Anokha Swad, and Amazon Great Indian Festival in association with MRF Tires, Ultratech, India's #1 cement, Royal Stag Mega Music CDs, and Asian Paints Royal Health Shield.
इससे टफ कुछ नहीं। पटना पायरेट्स वर्सेस दबंग दिल्ली केसी वीवो प्रो कबड्डी today at 7 PM live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Vivo Pro Kabaddi is presented by Vivo S1 in association with Tata Motors, Desh Ki Truck, Dream 11, Honda X-Blade, one look is enough, and Raj Nivas Pan Masala.
Watch Sunil Chhetri in the Hero Indian Super League. Starts 20th October. Live on the Star Sports Network, Hotstar and GeoTV. Champions Boat League 2019. Only on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
जिंदगी हो या खेल, कामयाबी के लिए लेना पड़ता है छोटी उम्र से ही बड़ा पंगा।
केबीडी जूनियर्स, छोटी हाइट, बड़ी फाइट।
KBD Junior City Finals. Watch every Thursday at 8:45 p.m. on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
The match summary in this match: 22, St. Lucia Zouks versus the Guyana Amazon Warriors. The Zouks winning the toss and opting to bat 161 for 7 on the back of Colin de Grandhomme, 65 of 37 deliveries. And Guyana Amazon Warriors, after 10 overs, 81 for 2. Angus Stewart, refreshing moment, winner of the match. Kim Mondese, and she'll be happy receiving the 200 US. And excellent stuff there. Coming into the stadium tonight to support the St. Lucia Zouks, I'm sure. Maybe even the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Colin de Grandhomme on the attack. Brandon King continues his fine form. Moves on to 32 from 32 deliveries. So Darren Sammy opting to go with Colin de Grandhomme from this media center end. He's been excellent with the bat tonight. Perhaps he can sparkle with the ball for the Zouks. And this is pulled away. A lot of experience from Shoaib Malik. He'll know exactly what is needed in this stage of the game. He's played in every single season of the Hero CPL. Lots of experience under his belt as well. And look at those numbers there. Lots of knockouts as well. This is a massive hit from Brandon King, straight back over the bowler's head and almost in the media center. Massive from Brandon King.
Nice clean strike. Release up to the Grandhomme. He doesn't have a great deal of pace, so can he really change up his pace? Maybe get some cutters and really look to trick Brandon King or Shoaib Malik. Conditions are good for batting.
Been a bit fuller. Colin de Grandhomme. Brandon King has been quite good in this tournament. 51 and 59 already. Got a 49-2, so he's been in prolific form, Brandon King. When someone's in form at the top of the order, it really helps your team. Good bit of running between these two. No panic. You'll not get that from Shoaib Malik. Just bring this game down as much as he can. He knows that he has some power in the lineup as well behind him. Well fielded by the youngster Royal. End of 11, 92 for 2.
It's critical for Sammy to work out which bowler he can go to take a wicket, because 17 out of 54, 8 wickets in hand, it's the Warriors' game. He needs a wicket taker. This is not about pressure with the rotation of a strike happening. Royal has one left. It's an option against the right-handers.
Hero Fan of the Match presentation. Oh, this is the he's gone. He's gone with a check. Cheetah's gone with a check. You can't catch him. He's going straight to the bank to cash that in. Excellent stuff from this fan. Enjoying every moment of the Hero CPL. Cuthbert modest, not too modest about that celebration. Answer your question, Bishi turns to Christopher Barnwell. And this is a massive hit from Brandon King. Fetch that one. Welcome to the bowling attack, Christopher Barnwell.
Yeah, and for those reasons, he wasn't the first bowler at the forefront of my mind with the ball slightly older. He bowled the first over, bowled the new ball last night, looking to bowl cutters, but this is such a lovely strike.
And he goes again. Does he have the distance? Yes, it does. And brings up the 50 for Brandon King. Consecutive 50, third in the CPL. And consecutive sixes of Christopher Barnwell.
Hundred comes up with this lovely strike deep in his crease so that he has any sort of length to get under the ball, and he does it quite beautifully. Outstanding season continues for Brandon King.
On another one. Does it have the distance? Oh, almost. One bounce into the boundary for 4. We saw Christopher Barnwell when he was batting hit a hat-trick of sixes. Brandon King falling just short on this occasion.
Such a great over for the Amazon Warriors. One-handed shot, but with 16 of the over already halfway through. The run rate required has now come down to almost a runner ball, which is really easy for the Amazon Warriors. And that's why I feel you need to get someone with a little bit more mystery. Thinking even with the damp ball, Royal maybe, or you've got to get forward, maybe back into the attack. Someone that can create an opening for you against a well-set batsman and another very experienced international player. Got to spend someone's overs. Could be Kesrick, could be Hardisville on 1 or 2 of those 3.
And this is where the loss of someone like Obed McCoy really hampers the chances of the St. Lucia Zouks. Kesrick Williams, the leading wicket taker before this match with 9 wickets, but he's been expensive in this tournament. Hardisville had an excellent match in the last game. You really want all of these bowlers to step up. I know they did last night with a small score. To ask them to do it tonight again. This one is smashed through the offside. Will he get there, Kesrick Williams? No, he doesn't. Like the over started with the boundary, it ends with the boundary. At the end of 12, 113 for 2.
Yeah, real pour over. The punt from Darren Sammy doesn't pay any dividends at all. What it does do is it makes the equation so much more in favor of the batting unit. Best over of the innings.
Let's see who's Naomi's got in the fan stand.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, right now, I'm singing 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch. Danny, come and me want go home. In the Republic Bank fan stand once again, and Danny has finally joined me. I'm so happy you're here.
Danny, I've got my homemade St.
Lucian helmet because it's all about six hitting. I'm worried about the old bonce getting caved in.
Yeah, you know what? Because so many balls are coming in this direction, you have to protect the old noggin, right?
Well, there's not a lot else happening in it, as old Bish would say. So that makes some sense.
All right, so well, let's make some sense because the Republic Bank topic of the day is who is the best six-hitter in Hero CPL? That's a big question.
Well, it is, but you've got to go, you look at Lewis, you look at Gale. Hard to stop those.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the fans, of course, they're saying Chris Gale. Happy belated birthday, by the way, Universe Boss, Evan Lewis, and Master Pollard. Chiron.
Yeah, they're up there. Don't forget about the Superman, Dre Russell, from your neck of the woods, Jamaican girl.
Yeah, of course. We have all of the best ones, don't we? Ooh. Don't we?
One-eyed patch.
Am I allowed to be biased right now on television?
Of the Caribbean.
All right, so our fans here, how are we feeling? So just lost a little bit of my hearing, but that's what comes with being in the fan stand. Let me ask you, St. Lucia Zooks, you want to see them win tonight or what?
Win! 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 Win!
The Zooks on fire! The Zooks is on. So Danny. And I am the orchestrator of the fan stand, Danny. Now, so from what you've been seeing, what we've been seeing on the field tonight, predictions?
Well, the Warriors, difficult to stop. They're 6 from 6. And this is the difference. You get the guys in the top order getting the bulk of the runs. They need a hat-trick.
Yeah.
To the home side.
They do. And Brandon King, still on the field. 5 sixes. And he's a fairly young player, and he's done so well on his last couple of games.
Star for the future, half century, seeing it like a watermelon.
And we are also wanting to ensure that we highlight that Republic Bank
Six from 6. You better believe it. Looking for 7.
No, Danny, from your experience watching and commentating on international cricket, what is the key to a successful 6? Well, what's the key? What's the trick to a successful 6?
I wouldn't know. I just keep my eye on the ball and duck for cover.
What? See what happens? I thought he was a professional, everyone. I thought he was a pro.
Greg, give out!
Right for the boundary, not so bad.
Oh, what a gig!
What I love about the St. Lucia Stadium here at Darren Sammy Cricket Ground is right now, the people, they do this, I can't say it on camera because apparently they use a certain word in patois. That's a huge swear word. Every single time the Zooks are almost about to be caught or they're about to get out, they say a certain phrase, out loud, which is the equivalent of a really bad word. I just love that, how they're very candid and quite open kind of a culture in the stadium.
Oh, look, I'm loving it here with the support, but they just need something special in the bowlers.
Yeah. I mean, last night we saw they almost got the entire team out last night.
Yeah, bowlers,
that was special.
Well, again, you're going about batters winning your games and that. Well, bowlers will win your championships. They'll win your tournaments. Brandon King, well, he's been playing quite nicely, hasn't he? I'm liking this fella. Bish was going, listen, keep an eye out for this guy, Dan, because he can strike it so sweetly, and he is a man in the mood to prove that he can still do it, because he mentioned his first-class season, averaging, what, 48, I think Bish was saying, and he's doing it again here tonight with a wonderful half-century. Well, it's his third half-century in a row. Let's get him up here. Let's get him up into the fans.
I think he's a little bit busy.
No, of course.
So to my right, I have the winner. He was a fan of the match. He calls himself the Lucian Cheetah. Amazon Warriors, catch me if you can't catch. You cannot catch me. I am a Lucian Cheetah. You came up with that all by yourself?
All by myself. Because I was the first guy that had them costumes. A long time ago when they opened that ground with no money. and up and I'm still playing.
I'm hearing that there might have to be a race between yourself and my colleague Danny Morrison.
That wouldn't be fair.
Let's go. I'm getting the lead now.
Oh.
And you're not.
Oh.
Let's do it.
What's the lead? A race. I tell you,
Where are you gonna run?
From one side of the stand to the other. And this one.
Oh, come on, say
Security, security.
I love this job. I just have to say I really love this job.
Now, come on, say. I'm gonna beat him because he cannot beat a cake. I'm gonna beat him.
So what are you gonna do with the money you won tonight for the fan of the match?
Baby, I'm gonna have some fun with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, fun. No, not air conditioner. Fun with it, all right? You understand that? Okay.
Okay. All right, well, back up to the commentators. Danny and I, we have a lot more fun to be had off camera.
Always fun in the fan stand with Danny Morrison and Naomi. Bowen at the end of the 13th over, 123 for 2. Yeah, hardest value, and you want to get in a fight with that guy. Just a friendly exchange between these two. Shoaib Malik played for the same team in the PSL, so they're very familiar with each other.
The Warriors leading 39 from 42. Just falling back as well to the decision, I suppose, by Darren Sammy to bat first tonight. It's such a rare thing, and they were probably expecting, because Shoaib Malik said he would bat as well, they were expecting the pitch to maybe get slower. What has happened with all the moisture is the ball has been changed several times, whether it's the dew, and has made batting, I think, significantly easier. So from that perspective, I think conditions may have been misread. We'll hear from the captains a little bit later.
Dream 11 Win Crows. Make your own team. You've got to log on to dream11.com or download the app. Some of these players, I'm sure, will be in that team. Shoaib Malik, seasoned campaigner. But Fawad Ahmed, he's been brought back into the attack to try to pick a wicket, similar to what Imran Tahir did for the Warriors.
There's been a little bit of upsetting going on out there. Shoaib Malik seems a little incensed, and I think if we turn back the clock, a few words have been said. Perhaps. Just want to know how much dew there is out there, because they've been wiping the ball assiduously. This has been good from Brandon King too. If he can just see this to the end, it's just a nominal thing if he can be there at the end. But it'll just do his confidence. Yeah, there is some dew. I wonder if Sammy, who should know this stadium very well, named after him, if he factored this in here tonight. Didn't seem like it at the toss with his decision. He did talk about dew in previous games. Every ball has been changed.
And significantly, Bish, the win factor tonight wasn't as prominent as other nights.
Yeah, in each innings, the ball has been changed once. And that's indicative of how much moisture there has been. Ball fast. 1-2-9 for 2.
Eldorado competition winner Tyrone Epiphany receives a treasure chest of award-winning Eldorado rum. Wonder what he's going to do with that. He certainly knows what he's going to do with it. Look at that chest. Danny Morrison would be very envious of that. That's for sure. Kesrick Williams back on. Excellent start to that over with good slower ball into the pitch. Outfoxing the well-set Brandon King. Don't they need a wicket, and really want to see these two try to finish this off for the Amazon Warriors.
Of course, the battle really is to get positions, not just get into the playoff, but to get into a good position. And for the Zouks, they play here on Friday, this coming Friday, against the Talawas, who are pretty low down the table, and then the Tridents away. Even for the Amazon Warriors, the battle seems to be for number one with themselves, and at the moment, the Knight Riders. Great control of the innings by Shoaib Malik. So let's have a look at the Hero MotoCorp leaderboard. Amazon Warriors on 12 points. They've stretched it over the Knight Riders, who got a rained out 1 point and lost to the Patriots. This victory for the Warriors tonight, if they get there, really gives them a dominant position. If they finish in first place, they have the opportunity, if needed, for a couple of bites of the cherry to get deep into the end of a tournament. So that's the battle, and that's why they probably want to finish this game off as well, so that there's no slackening of net run rate, if that could come in as well.
And it puts a lot of pressure now on the St. Lucia Zouks. If they don't manage to win this game in their remaining 2 games, one at home against the struggling Jamaica Talawas, but then the last one away to the similarly struggling Barbados Tridents at Kensington Oval. It really just highlights how these results have gone when teams have played 8 games and only win 2 and still have a chance to make it into the playoffs. Mathematically, all teams are still in with that chance. Shot for LBW, not out, says the umpire. The end of 15 overs, 134 for 2.
पॉइंट टेबल पर उथल-पुथल मच रही है। आधा सीजन हो चुका, ये बैटल कितनी मजेदार होने वाली है। कौन पड़ेगा किस पे बारी देगा टक्कर कौन करारी सबको मिलेगा मौका यारा गलती ना करना दोबारा जबरदस्त और टफेस्ट हाफ की कर ले
Every team gets another chance. Watch the toughest half of Vivo Pro Kabaddi every day at 7 p.m. only on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
No slip-ups yet this season for Johan Botha and the Amazon Warriors. Perennial bridesmaids of the Hero CPL. So far, they look strong this season, boy. Luke Nanes, Danny Morrison, they'll take some beating if and when they get to those playoffs, because that spin attack and the aggression of the batting looks good. Not infallible, but good.
It's been a complete team performance so far. All bowlers sharing wickets, all batsmen sharing runs. It's that team performance that ends up winning titles rather than just having one or two gun players. They can have off nights every now and then. If you're a collective, if you are a collective, so often you see that they're the types of sides that end up winning. What I also like about them is they seem to be quite dominant with the ball. And for me, bowling teams tend to win titles. They're strong on that this year.
Spoken like a bowler. Highest T20 score for Brandon King.
I think from a Zook's perspective, what I like about their position is that they're in control of their destiny. They know that they need to win the next 2 games. If they beat Jamaica, Jamaica's out. If they beat the Tridents are out. They will find themselves the masters of their own destiny.
A couple of players coming in for the Talawas. Lytton Das. Andrew Russell is out. Jade Dernbach is out. Finally got it out. Trevon Griffith, young, I should say, left-handed batsman from Guyana.
That's the beauty, isn't it? This modern revolution of franchise T20. Players coming and going, international stars get called back home. Chris Jordan's turned up. A TKR. Brandon King. His best in season 7 here tonight. And he's looked the goods. I was mentioning it there in the fan stand, Vish. I mentioned first class average of 48 this year. He's striking it nicely. Looks quality for the future.
Well, what has been good for Brandon King in this tournament is the fact that he's opened the batting. In years gone by in T20 cricket, 2 years for the Patriots, he's batted at 3 or in the middle order. In the GT20, I think in 2018 he batted at number 3, so he's relished the opportunity to bat at the top of the innings. In first class cricket, he would probably bat at 3, 4 and 3 straight half centuries, indicative and proving how much he's relishing batting at the top of the order. 139 for 2.
Showing all his class and experience there, skipper Shoaib Malik. Down on the fly, but he wanted to come and upset the bowler by coming down, but had to check it and smothered it beautifully. Good show. King having a good night. He's clickety-click, 66-0 from just 50. So suddenly that asking rate, originally at, well, I'll call it 8s, is now well and truly under 6s. Great vibe as ever. Wind's picked up a little. It'd be good for the fans there on the hill, just cooling them down a little because they get rather excited in this part of the world when Hero CPL is in town. The Caribbean Airlines windsock is, well, it's chilling. Just mellow. This has disappeared. Almost up here. Sweet striking from Brandon King. Dutty, dutty, butty.
In the slot. Half volley, but you still got to biff it out of the ground, and Brandon King obliges. Great striking.
I'm saying just now, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll come back to it. The decision to bat first and bowl when there's due, and both captains I mentioned before said that they would have liked the opportunity only one had. How significant that is, because I don't know that Sammy anticipated as much moisture in the outfield as has occurred.
You can just sense the frustration from the home side. Barnwell, if he'd held onto that catch earlier, out in the deep, got there. Should have done better. Last one for the Newen in terms of overs. Different ball game tonight up against the leading team in season 7.
Curious thing for me across the tournament is 20 times the skipper winning the toss has elected to bowl. Tonight is one of the rare times that we've actually seen the captain win the toss and bat.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Shoaib was going to do the same. Thrashing, flashing blade, and it'll race down there. Has he done all right, the old boy? Fawad Ahmed. Yeah, of course, it was used last night, so that's where the captains are at. Used pitch. Possibly just going to slow down from last night to tonight. Oh, it's still happening up there. And down there. Well done, Fawad Ahmed. Just wanted to confirm he releases in time before he slides into the advertising cushions rope. Nothing wrong with that. Well, Ewan just drying the ball somewhat. He's ready to go. Just too easy. Change of pace. Pops it where he wants to. The 150 comes up now for the visitors.
Kimo Paul given a break tonight. Flynn came in. Shimron Hetmeyer, controversial in some ways, dismissal as far as he's concerned. Long way down. Gets back. 1-5-2 for 2.
match 22, 161 for 7 is what the home side posted, having won the toss. Just 10 needed though for the visitors. Day off tomorrow for the crew. The beautiful island of St. Lucia. This island nation, look, the pitons will be there, jumping on a catamaran and carving it all around the coast here tomorrow. Can't wait. Stunning. So lush and green. Oh, lovely change up. 10 from 17, last rights. Absolutely divine. Sufur down there in the foreground. Get down there and weigh anchor and give it a snorkel. Tomorrow, match 23. Trident's at home up against TKR, local time 6 p.m. The Kensington Oval there in Barbados. They'll be desperate to get up here, will Barbados, Tridents, over one of the front runners, one of the dominant franchises in CPL history. The Knight Riders. And he wants to finish off with a little red inker here, Brandon King. He doesn't want to get out now. Come fly with me and get on the Eldorado, the treasure chest. We've found it. And the bike, so a jump on the bike, take the treasure chest and get on the plane and zip on back to Port of Spain. Smart batting, simple stuff from the skipper. With the strike back to Mr. King.
I just want to touch on one thing that impressed me. The first thing that impressed me in this tournament, as I jumped off the plane, went down to stadium in Guyana, and there was this man out in the middle hitting sixes, just doing some range hitting, not even trying to hit the ball too hard, and smashed 2 windows in the media centre. Just doing range hitting on a day with no effort whatsoever. We know he's got the power game, but tonight he's played a clever innings. He's known when to take his medicine and just blunt the quality bowlers in the Zouks attack. Didn't try and go after Fawad Ahmed. Was smart in the way he just blunted the drive of the Zouks and tried to take away their wicket-taking bowlers. Cashed in against the bad bowling.
A little shuffle from Shoaib. Radar slightly off here from Kesrick Williams. Feeling the frustration with his teammates. Hasn't clicked tonight. Would have loved another 20 or 30 even. Having won the toss and wanted to go up front and bat first. St. Lucia Zouks. Wasn't to be. Got a pass score of 161. Now, the Warriors. With only 8 required. Another wide, so we've had 3 in a row from Kesrick Williams. Counting down here. $13 extras, 12 wides. We've had 2 overs inside 18. Crazy. And 1 leg by. Yep. Yep. down, so 7 off 15. Comfortable. Malik, all his experience. Just knock it about, give it back to King. 1 to go in this over to complete 18. King is striking at almost 139. Skipper showed Malik, well, he's just happy to work it around. The captain will keep the strike on this occasion. 18 done. And it's 156 for 2. I got one more. Apologies. The ticker's got a little excited and dived ahead. Another wide, of course. Apologies. The fans departing the stadium here. Whipped onto the leg side. 160 for 2 here. Just 2 to go. At least forward armour can smile about it. Bit of fun on the big screen. Time for Royal to goal 19. Scores level. Nice bit of sportsmanship from the bowler. He knows he hasn't quite got it right. Having a bit of fun with Captain Malik. Captain does it. Very professional finish from the Warriors. And they've got up here rather comfortably versus the St. Lucia Zooks. Only 2 down. And a lot of work to do for Friday night against the Talawars of the Zooks. 7 wins in a row for the men from Guyana. The Amazon Warriors, 100% record. Yeah, level with Jamaica's record of 7 on the trot in season 1. Of course, Jamaica went on to win the inaugural Hero CPL in 2013. But, great stuff for the visitors. Good performances. Overseas players, certainly always, but Brandon King got into the 80s. He's 81 not out from 59. And that strike rate was always hovering up close to 140. Yeah, Guyana, their faithful fans, they do get around the Caribbean and support the Amazon Warriors massively. Can they be stopped, Ian Bishop, in season 7?
It's going to take a huge effort because they've got a really good spin bowling attack. They've got some quality seam bowlers. Romario Shepherd, Kimo Paul didn't play tonight. Ben Loughlin came in and filled the gap and plugged the breach. And then they're batting. so dominant in the opening partnership, the experience of Shoaib Malik, and then you've got Puran and Rutherford down to crush things. So it's a really good team. Where they'll want to be better is their catching. They've got some young players that are dropping catches far too often. This guy, Chris Green, is brilliant. So they're not invincible, but they're playing like the team that deserves to be at the top of the table.
Very, very comprehensive indeed for the Warriors. King stands out big time, 81 NO from 59, and the skipper, Shoaib Malik, 30 NO from 28. Little contribution, little nice cameo indeed from Hemraj. The bowling, they needed more. They need some destructive stuff at the top. Royale 1 for 25. And Farwad 1 for 24. Needed someone to get a nice little bag of 3 or 4 early. Zooks won the toss, went up front, posted 161 for 7 in their turn at bat. The Gronholm, the standout, was 65. And in reply, Brandon King matched and went better than de Gronholm. 81 NO of 59. And then those couple of scores in the 30s allowed the Warriors to get up in 18.2 with 8 wickets in the bank. Very, very easy. Comprehensive victory for the Warriors over the Zooks. Rightio, let's go sideline to dear old Sammy Bagri.
Yeah, we're here at the Darren Sammy